Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to tradertv.live. We're seeing North American stock futures a little mixed at this point. NASDAQ back in negative territory. Everything else to the upside at this point this morning. We had initial positivity following reports out of Russia that country has given regulatory approval to the world's first COVID-19 vaccine for use. So most of the travel-related names or any of the stocks that stand to benefit the most from the possibility of a vaccine coming along a little quicker than expected back in positive territory this morning. We'll talk all about the travel-related names. We'll have a look at the cruise lines, the airlines, all in positive territory today. A whole bunch of earnings to get through as well, and a whole bunch of vaccine-related stocks moving on that news as well. There's other vaccine-related names out with individual vaccine-related news this morning. Also, NIO reported, NIO, their shares gapping to the upside this morning after a solid report. They reported a loss, but a little bit smaller than expected. As I mentioned, some of the cruise operators, airlines, all up as much as 7% in the pre-market. Some of them starting to come back in a little bit. Going to be a busy morning. Let's get started. It is Tuesday, August 11th, 2020. TraderTV.live starts now. And there we go. Look at Asian markets from the overnight session. You can see nicely positive right across the board. Hong Kong leading the way, more than 2% to the upside. We'll shift over to Europe and see the same thing. Yeah, nice positive numbers top to bottom here. You can see Italy and Spain there, both up more than 3% leading the way. We'll shift over to North America and see futures not as positive. The NASDAQ back in negative territory, as I mentioned. 2 days in a row, we're seeing a little relative weakness coming from the tech group. The Dow leading the way right now, 1.2%. TSX futures here in Toronto up about 0.5%. Brazil's open, trading 1.2% to the upside. Bitcoin back to the downside this morning. Crude oil higher. We have gold down 3%. Interesting move for gold there, down 3%, guys. Obviously, positivity coming back into equities, a little bit of risk off, possibly some of that money that was in gold coming back towards some equity names this morning, and there's a lot to get to today.
Yeah, nothing shy of sort of spectacular when it comes to all kinds of activity and news. I actually just got into INO breaking 1650s. That's actually to the downside. I was looking at NIO here after earnings. That just came back 80 cents. So a lot of that positivity that we got from the vaccine, which basically is at the same stage as U.S. ones, is just a matter of getting it out there and approving it and seeing who will take it. I have no idea how it's going to play out. It's kind of like a phase 3 trial, as some people have said, being done live. They're taking volunteers. So we'll see what happens here. You talked about the airlines and the cruise ships. We'll be all over those as well. But a host of other sort of COVID vaccine-related names that are in play, INO, NVAX, are going to be moving around here, and some weakness in the NQ here as we're headed southbound. We actually just bounced off 11,000, so lots of movement and lots to cover already, Sean.
Yeah, should be really good. Someone saying COVID is a scam. Yeah, it probably is. No, it's killed lots of people. NIO up here, 1 million shares. And look, whether or not that vaccine is going to be legit or not, obviously we saw the great rotation started, I don't know, early to mid last week, where a lot of the NASDAQ stocks fell off. Like right now, the NASDAQ's down and the Dow Jones is up 350 points. So you're going to see the rotation out of Square, out of Microsoft, out of Apple, out of the high flyers, and into the JP Morgans of the world and sort of some of these COVID relief rally stocks. And then included here, I just want to show you guys, this was me shopping over the weekend here, with the NASDAQ face cover. Hopefully this is something that we can start to avoid moving forward there. So we'll see if that can be a change. And you're going to see Macy's up today. I was out there grocery shopping, so look for some big stocks. Walmart also, Target. I mean, this is going to be good for some of these rotation stocks. Yeah,
lots to look at in the retail sector, lots to look at in the travel sector, as we mentioned as well. Let's have a look at what's coming up a little bit later on this morning. My board is not in the right spot here, guys. We'll Shift over, there we go, and have a look at what's coming up a little bit later on this morning. Another great educational video coming your way. Yeah, how to trade the FOMC release. All about the Fed and the interest rate announcement happens every 8 weeks or so. We'll touch on some of the strategies that traders use to trade that announcement when it does come out. So that's going to be about 11:45, 11:50. Valeria will have the link for you in the chat. Speaking of Valeria, let's go over to the desk and say good morning to her.
Good morning and welcome everyone, guys. I wish you a great trading day, and we are here as usual only to make it even better. Please sign up to our daily free watch list at the link I'm sending on the chat. And if you're not subscriber yet, please hit the subscribe button now and hit thumbs up so we know you enjoy what we do. Let's get it started, and back to Brandon.
Yes, definitely hit subscribe. We are very, very close to 69,000 subscribers on the main YouTube page. Yeah, hit subscribe. Let's get to 69, but not only 69. Hell, why don't we get to 70,000 today and just get it over with? So let's hit subscribe, guys, all day long. If you're joining us for the first time, we do this every single day that the market is open. Sign up for the watch list as well. We're going to jump into all the individual names that are moving around in the pre-market and have a look at how we're going to trade them so far. Before we do that, though, let's have a look at how things shaped up here yesterday at Day Trade the World. Lots of big numbers coming out of traders here at Day Trade the World. This is the top 10 trader list in the markets they were trading. The NASDAQ here, number one yesterday, 23,000. Some Canadian content, the TSX and the Venture, 17,000. Some mixed markets here, Amex, TSX again, NASDAQ, 15,000. Five figures for the most part until you get down to number 6 here. Milan coming into, or some of the European markets coming into play there. Let's have a look at some stocks that are moving in the pre-market. As we mentioned, all the names that are set to benefit the most from a potential vaccine and things kind of getting back to normal, moving to the upside this morning, including the travel-related names. We'll kick things off with the airlines this morning. I mean, you can basically look at anyone you want to at this point. AAL was leading. The last I checked, it was up more than 7% in the pre-market here. UAL also strong, guys. I even saw Delta moving in the pre-market as well, doing more volume than normal.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about some of these names yesterday. One of them was AAL breakout. Had that little 1340 break, and now you're gapping to the upside past $15. So not a bad little two-day trade if you're hanging on to that one. I just have a couple of things written down here. 15 quarter is going to be that high if we can catch a break. I mean, this market coming in, I think maybe there's a grain of salt with this news coming across from Russia, but the rotation, like Sean said, is on anyways. I'm looking at pullback. You're talking about 14.65 would be an interesting price move, both when I went back in the daily and then just seeing some early market printing in AAL. I'll probably be looking at that break at 15.25. And let's get to, like you said there, Brendan, I don't know why you need to say 69 every 4 or 5 times there, but 70,000, big number. We thank you guys for all the support that we have gotten. We'll see if we can't get to that 70. I'm sure the guys on the board have something interesting planned when we do get to that number, Sean.
Save Airlines here, 1965 looks like a decent breakout. That's Spirit, of course, so Save here, Spirit Airlines. If I can show you guys a daily chart on this, we have topped out roughly right around here a couple times. So if we can break past, 1970, 1960, let's see what the open looks like. But I like Spirit for the win, hopefully today. Nice little cheap stock, $20. We'll see what this can do to the upside. Look, we're already up 6 and a bit %. So watch out. But like I mentioned before, yeah, the rotation's on. So you're seeing banks moving. You're seeing a lot of, we saw Simon Property Group yesterday. Today we'll see the airlines, but I don't want to get fooled by too big of a move here. Let's just wait to see what the prints do, but I like Spirit off the open.
All right, guys, let's go to the cruise line operators of the cruise line group. In fact, Carnival reporting that their UK-based P&O cruises will extend their operational pause until November 12th. That's longer than the end of September. That was the prior date that they had on that. There was a whole bunch of analyst moves in this group as well. Some upgrades, some downgrades, some price target increases. Deutsche Bank raising the price target on RCL from $40 to $43, just one. But again, multiple moves as far as analysts changing their minds on the cruise lines today.
Yeah, I mean, this sort of lagging the move that we've already seen for the last couple of sessions in CCL and NCLH, RCL. Doesn't really matter which one you want to talk about. It's already broken through sort of the 50 period here. And again, this is exactly what you're going to see in American Airlines and all of these different names. You have this big time gap into levels you haven't seen for a few weeks now. So you're thinking off the open, at least I'm thinking off the open here. First look, can we get a little bit of a breakout trade, sort of a one and done type of idea? I do think with the market sort of coming back in here, there's a chance that you might get a dip into 16. Maybe that's going to be the case. We bounce off that price. I'll have a look at CCL. I was also looking at Norwegian. Let's bring that one up. Very, very similar pricing, but 15.90 would be sort of the pullback range I was looking for at Norwegian. We're 16 even here on CCL.
Look, guys, I mean, I continue to destroy CCL. I don't even remember the last time we lost money on it. So it's approaching this 50 period here on the daily chart, like we keep talking about, and it's actually going to open up probably above it. It's a rough number here, but it's 16.11, 16, actually 16.40, 16.50. That's right where we're at. So we like that one. So on the daily chart, I give this a thumbs up. And then you see yesterday's epic run in some of these names. Obviously, CCL was $14 on Friday. We closed yesterday at 15.14. That's about 10+% move up, and then you bang it to the upside right here. 16.65 looking pretty good. The dip down is fantastic. We'll wait to see what happens. If it dips down, let's wait for it to settle like we always try to do, and then take it on a run up through 16.40. I'm hoping this thing can get in like 16.20, and then we'll run it through 16.40 and take the long. So either way, guys, CCL, don't forget about that. It'll be on the radar. And before we go back to Brendan, let me just show one quick thing here. We're going to get to NEO in a second, but it's 1 million shares to buy. GE, another big name here for COVID. And then there's CCL, there's Love, and then there's XOM with the oil back on play.
Yeah, back in play. Oxy also reporting earnings as well, so we can have a look at that. NEO, guys, handily beating estimates when it comes to quarterly earnings. They reported overnight, obviously, over in the Asian session. The per share loss was equivalent to about $1, which was less than expected, but revenue actually beat to the upside for the quarter. Sales in July up 16.5%. They reported revenue of 3.72 billion yuan. That beat estimates of about 3.5 billion yuan. So nice look for NEO, although we are kind of fading this gap back to the downside.
Yeah, all-time high, you had the one written down. It was not all-time, a 50-week high, 1644. Maybe we thought if it were to sustain some strength, you could have a look at that. That doesn't seem like it today. We got an 80-cent retracement already in just sort of holding this 15 even area so far in the pre-market. You do have to think that there might be a bit of a dip. Sort of looking across the board, you do have Nikola, which is trading down, Tesla, which is also trading down. So there is some definite negativity coming in, as much as they're gapping up here in NIO. My first look might be, if the buyers sort of come in on the good news, it might be fading in front of that actual pre-market high. So I think I'm going to be looking at like 1570 to 1590 for a quick little short. My out would be that high of the pre-market. I think maybe there's a reverse long there, 90s to 16 even, in the event that there's a strong market. But I think I want to try at least to be on the short side of NEO if there's any kind of a pop at the open. 15.17 right now. Yeah, so it's right now, this is a 3-minute chart, guys. We can put it back down to 1 minute just to give you guys another look here. I obviously like this stock. We'll wait to see here. Up 6.9%, so that's a good little look for that. Good numbers coming out. I think if you can get it at 15, that'd be fantastic. We'll wait to see where the action lies as we start to open. But like we keep mentioning, or like I just mentioned, it's growing, man. The bid is growing on NEO, so watch out here. If you're temporarily short, you may not want to be heading into the open with more than 1 million shares coming on market. But we're still 18 minutes away from open here, guys. So
worth having a look, guys, at Eastman Kodak once again. News out yesterday. Big gap down yesterday, but the news was the SEC investigating the $750 million loan from the government and how that came to be. Some of the transactions are under question, scrutiny. Trump's administration yesterday confirming that they will hold off on giving out the $750 million loan until those allegations are cleared completely. So Kodak actually gapped to the upside, but another one here that's kind of fading already back to the downside.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that 7 even area and $7, $8, whatever you want to call the value of what their new enterprise might be. But for me, the only thing I'm looking for are breakouts and breakdowns. And if this thing is holding above that 10 to 1050 area, the best shorts for me is going to be when it finally breaks through that, unless you get a big failure at a breakout point. And that first breakout point doesn't look like it's going to get tested today, because that would have been probably 1250, and we've already faded back in a full dollar. So I'm not really seeing anything for myself in Kodak unless we bust that 10 to 1050 area. Then I'll be looking at it heavily.
Look, guys, we crushed Kodak yesterday waiting for the long to come through. We didn't short it at all. We shorted it in the afternoon. That didn't work out. So we're going to wait for this level. I like this level right here, 1140 to go long on Kodak. So I think we'll wait to go long on Kodak at 1140 here today. 1.1 million shares, not bad, so that's pretty good. We'll wait to see on that one, but 1140 to bust through it. Look, there's still a low float here. I know they came out with a few more shares on offer, so we'll wait to see how that all pans out, but we could still get a blowout here. It was up as high as 1240 today, so watch out for this 1140 level. I'll be taking along through 1140, guys.
Another one with a big gain on Monday, extending gains or looking to extend gains, was Boeing. Had a really nice day yesterday, up another 2.5%+ in the pre-market this morning. Just the positive potential of a vaccine and higher demand for travel, and obviously for the company's planes, pushing this one to the upside again today, guys. This chart looks very similar to some of the airlines today.
Yeah, it's just the scope that's different, right? I mean, the airlines are just a little bit more, bigger percentage moves to the upside, but it's exactly the same thing for the most part. The only difference I would say is at times in this move, in this sort of rally back, you've seen Boeing lag a little bit. I'm looking at 190 as a potential breakout target if you actually take out the high here, 185.20 in the pre-market, or whether you like a 185 even. Certainly, I think that 190, when you look at the day, looks pretty enticing to me. So let's look for a break in Boeing. I think the market's going to tell us the story pretty much right off of the open. If some of these stocks that have come in decide to immediately take that profit off, you're looking for dip buys, and 180 is going to stick out like a sore thumb on Boeing.
Yeah, you could buy 180 or go long 190 there, but right now we're stuck in the middle, so we got to wait to see what's going to happen. 184, decent. You can check out yesterday, and if we zoom back out, you do see a big move up in every stock yesterday. We talked about Boeing. I didn't take it, but we talked about it earlier on in the open there, how this was going to fly, and it did from 170. I mean, what a big move. 177 up straight, $7, closing basically on the highs yesterday. That's always a good sign. And now today you come in and stare Boeing at 185. The daily chart, though, guys, as you're looking at it, we are now above that 50-period moving average that I keep touting all the time. So this one has my blessing to get upside now. And I think, 186, 187 right now to go. I'm not going to wait for 190. We'll take this one a little bit earlier. But again, I wonder if today the market got just a bit ahead of itself on this Putin/Russia/vaccine news. And I don't know. It seems like it's a little overheated considering what we did yesterday. But if the rotation keeps happening, they got to get out of tech and into something else. And right now, we've just covered 10 or so stocks that should be on the upside here.
All right, guys, we'll go to another name here, vaccine related. Worth mentioning, though, we were looking just before we came on at 9 o'clock here, 33.97.5 all-time highs for the S&P. If we start to go in that direction today, 33.97. Half going to be all-time highs. BioNTech, another vaccine-related name, reported earnings after market yesterday. During the call, they also said that they will be ready for a phase 2B/3 clinical trial as soon as October. So pushing through their vaccine candidate to the final stage trial as soon as October. But BNTX had a big flush here in the pre-market to the downside. It was already opening down, guys, but just a few minutes ago there, big flush even further.
Yeah, I mean, I have the daily chart up looking at the 65 if it gets there, but I mean, I just literally saw this thing drop $5 in the last few minutes. It's trying to come back a little bit here, but I think we can safely look at this 71 level on any kind of a retracement and be looking to fade into that price. So BNTX under pressure this morning. I guess you can throw out the numbers. The market not treating this one very well. And we've seen the sell the news before. However, BioNTech has only done 150,000 shares. So part of that story, pre-market I mean, part of that story could simply be not a lot of liquidity when someone tried to dump through 70 even there. So look, I'll like it if it gets back to that 71. Maybe we can take a shot fading it. But definitely not one I would trade in the first 5, 10, 30 seconds, minute at the open here. We'll wait to make an opening range or something along those lines or get more volume in there on BioNTech.
Okay, we'll hit a cowbell here for Joseph Cox there. Thank you so much for that $10 shout out right now. What's my thoughts on Best Buy? Look, I think Best Buy is a great stock. I mean, right now there is, oops, I didn't want to close the chat. Then I won't be able to see anything. Where is it? There it is. Okay, I'll bring it back. Best Buy, yeah, let's go on that, Sean. Stay focused here. Best Buy up to 105 and change. Obviously today it's not going to be doing anything, 1.5 thousand shares in there, but let's look at a daily chart if you want my opinion. If you ever bought something at 54, don't be like me and wait until the cows come home like Square, but we'll wait to see here. $54. I like this move. It's well above. Obviously, it's 50 period. It keeps on rocking and rolling. Best Buy, they're doing this in the face of Amazon, in the face of Walmart. You've seen what Wayfair can do. Best Buy now to the upside. I would wait for their next report just to see if anything does come on. I like, there was a little consolidation here. What was it? Joseph right here at $95. So I think that this is a nice little top. If you wanted to hold out 92, I would maybe pair some off now on this name because it is kind of like a tech name, but not really. It's a play on the electronics. So again, a lot of those may have been purchased already. You do have Black Friday coming up as well. So there are some tailwinds to that, but some consolidation at 100, some consolidation here at 98, and then you do have this ultimate top here, sort of 92, where we busted through, and when it made that, then you're getting to see new highs right here. If you ever get back to 108, I'd sell that thing, but right here, we're getting upside now, so I like it. You may get 108 today. I'd pair some off. Nothing wrong with a double there, Brendan.
Yeah, absolutely. Joseph Long at 54. Great trade. That's well done. Let's go to ride-sharing names, guys. Both Uber and Lyft to the downside today. Uber a little more active in the pre-market. A judge in California coming out saying both companies will have to treat drivers as employees, not contractors, settling that case that we mentioned probably a month ago. So they're going to have to start paying employee benefits to drivers in California, guys.
I kind of feel like this is the one where we're talking about this in Uber every single day, and then there's just not a lot of activity. It's only down 2% here, and you're sort of seeing only a third of a million shares in volume. 3150. I guess is going to be a bit of a level if you just sort of look at the last couple of sessions. That's sort of a double bottom there, and maybe that's worth a break. I just feel like every time I try to force a trade in Uber when there's no trade or no pre-market action, no volume, it feels like a wasted opportunity. So I'll basically just look to see if there's any kind of a pop and maybe short into that. Otherwise, I'm going to stay away from Uber today. But still have our eye on a few. NEO, by the way, just made a bit of a bounce off of its bottom there. So 15 even for now has held. We're bouncing back towards 1540. Gonna look to see if we can initially fade that one before potential break at the high of the day or 1590.
Yeah, NEO right here, 1.5 million shares. Like I said, I'm not going to be shorting this thing, but I was waiting for it to come back down in the 15 area so we can load up, but that didn't happen. It was a great break right here at 1523 on NEO. If you guys wanted that, happened right here. It was pretty obvious. Bounce, 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 bounce. Consolidation straight to the upside, so that's an easy one. The buyers are in this name today. So yeah, we won't be shorting this one, but should have took a long. Just got gun shy here the last couple pre-market trades. We've taken. Again, it depends on the shares you want to take. You want to take small shares, take it. But if you're trying to make real money, this could flush down. So watch out here. And always, guys, if you're looking at this, whoa, GE bumping up here to 1 million shares. Let's check GE out quickly before I throw it back to Brendan just to see what's going on. 1.14 million shares right here. A nice little move up, 2.5%. This may be a good little name here to trade today. This is a Robinhood name, guys, because, ooh, and we're right at that 50 period as well. Nice. 723. Needs to get above that, and I'll be putting some of this in my portfolio. But for right now, watch for a 7 break on GE.
Speaking of Robinhood, Robin Track, I saw a note yesterday saying that Robinhood will no longer offer that Robin Track portion of their website, which was kind of interesting. So if you're used to looking at that, we'll be gone fairly shortly. We saw some strength recently, guys, in the cannabis space. Canopy reporting better than expected earnings recently. Tilray today, the one with earnings, not so much. Big time move to the downside, wider quarterly loss than expected. Revenue came in below expectations. The company said recent cost cutting has helped them increase revenue of late. However, they're still going to have to focus on becoming profitable at some point. So Tilray, big move down both yesterday aftermarket and again this morning.
Yeah.
These names can't get out of their own way, unfortunately. And, you know, they're still in this chop area here. You're going to break below it. Right now, it looks like we'll break below 680, maybe. We're at what is that? What's the volume? 470,000. Okay, 724,000 shares. Here's the daily chart on Tilray. This is what I'm talking about. I would have loved to see a beat like CGC yesterday, and then we could have retested some 11. But right now, we're still bouncing on this level right here, and that's 687. So if we take that out, yeah, then look out below. I don't know if that happens, though, today. You're already down 8%. This could be a little bit much for this name here. But, yeah, marijuana doesn't seem to want to take off anytime soon. So we'll wait to see. I can't believe the bottom, though, man. The bottom was $2.50. And then you had to move up almost instantly from that level up to 11. So that's like 5 times right there in a matter of a week. So can this thing go? Yes, it can. But I don't know if it goes 5 times from 7. That would be a little bit too much. So we'll wait to see. I'd like to see it get above $8. Otherwise, we're going to hold off on Tilray.
Yeah, that vol is the only reason why, volatility is the only reason why I think there might be a trade through 7 in that 687 area that you talked about there, Sean. Otherwise, you know, sort of watch out for yesterday's bottom before you go into the close there, that 750 mark. If it does get back to the upside, might run into some trouble at that price, guys. So watch out for Tilray. If it makes any kind of move into 750, could be a nice little fade. And then potential breakout through that price as well.
All right, guys, about 5 minutes ago, we'll bring in Arun here and have a look at the futures and see how he is approaching today. We mentioned, you know, a nice positive look as far as the overall market is concerned. Arun, we're, you know, 30 and change, I guess, handles away from all-time highs here for the S&P. What levels do we need to look at today?
Okay, so I've got one level on the downside, 33.40. I like the setup in front of 50 after we broke out the last couple of days. So I think there's some action there in front of 50. So anything below 33.60, I'm looking for a long if we can set up properly. Of course, 33.40 breaks, I take the short. On the upside, if it continues on, I'm just going to let it go and see if we can develop something as we start moving higher. On the top end, though, 3,400 is where I'd be really looking for levels. Like you mentioned earlier, 33.97. 50 is the all-time high. I imagine everyone's going to be rounding up, putting all their stops just above 3,400. If we break 3,400, I'm expecting a vacuum of stops to go off, given how big the number is, the fact that it's an all-time high, and it's just a matter of time as well. So given the divergence between the tech and the S&P 500, this is going to be an interesting day, given that we're actually moving in opposite directions with tech moving down early. If we rotate in tech as well, I'm expecting this thing to, the S&P as well, to continue on strong towards this high. So 33.60 on the back end. If we slow down, I'm looking for a long, and 33.40 on the stop there, Brennan.
Great stuff. Thanks, Arun. We'll check in with Arun again tomorrow before we get to the open. One little one here, guys, moving around in the pre-market. This was an earnings play. Aftermarket report yesterday for OXBR, little reinsurer, reporting a profit versus an expected loss. This thing has a $6 million market cap. So teeny, tiny, 250 up to 275. Any kind of move into that 250 area will be adding to a short on OXBR, guys.
Yeah, great price you got there, Brent. I just sort of noticed you're short above 2. I actually had that one at $1.98 and a $2 short. I just want to look, we have about 2.5 minutes to go here, and we talked about Macy's yesterday, the breakout, you know, in the morning, and then again through 7 even. Gapping higher today, approaching 750 to the upside. I'm looking actually, you know, in the event that we do get a bit of a dip, this one I'm going to try to pick up in front of that 7 even area. Closed at 14. If it goes anywhere down there, I think that's a decent entry in front of 7. That would be a kind of a dip buy scenario. Otherwise, I think we'd be just looking for yesterday's action, taking the top off on a Macy's, just see if we can't hit that one. Similar to what we did yesterday, I think it could be a good opportunity for us there. But I do also have that OXBR like Brendan does, just not as good of a price on OXBR, I should say. And I want to get to nickel in a quick second here. Just got to get my orders locked and loaded, ready to go in Macy's, Sean.
All right, Macy's. Yeah, Macy's a good name. I'll look at that for sure. I want to look at Zoom as well, down 2.5% here today. We saw what Zoom did yesterday. Whoa, hello, lights.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I can't look. There we go. Thank you so much, guys, for that. But 259, 260, all the way down to 248 and change, back up, then back down again, 245. We touched out at 244 yesterday. We come in today, bounce the same kind of ways. So we're looking at a short here through 243. I just don't want to put the order in until the market opens up. I'm just going to take a small little 150 shares now on that stock. So we'll see. It's a $250 stock. We'll see if we can make make a little bit of a win here off this. But the spread right now is $1, so that's what's making me a little bit nervous about putting this order in right now so it doesn't crash down on me right off the open. But CCL should be a good one, or sorry, Zoom should be a good one. CCL, JP Morgan, I like that at 103. It's through that a little bit right now, so we'll wait to see on JP Morgan. But we're locked and loaded, man. Spirit Airlines, Fastly's on the look today. And
Square
CCL.
as well. Watch it like at a 187 level on that one. I mean, we didn't get to NVAX here. Just I know with about 40 seconds to go, Novavax down 5%. Trying to get back up above this sort of 170 key price point. We bounced off this 169 a little bit overnight just after the open on the report, and they're trying to get back through there. So I'd watch this 170 as a bit of a breakout point. But if it fails there, I'm probably going to be shorting NVAX. Just 20 seconds to go. Watch out Boeing at that 185.20, getting rather close as well. One position on just OXBR, but a ton to follow. Hope you guys have been following along. Let's drop that countdown. An exciting Tuesday. Valeria's locked and loaded, ready for this market open. And Neo with 6 seconds left. Neo approaching that 1525 mark as well.
1550.
Oh, so it's not even below.
All right, we're open now.
Well, if I didn't know it was Randy, I know it's Randy now. Of course, enthusiastically ringing that bell. Immediately, of course, and sometimes you don't want to get these fills this way, but right off the open, Macy's takes the top rather than the dip buy, so we'll actually get into that position as well. But it's not really going anywhere off that little open. I do want to quickly jump back over to NIO. We did mention this one trying to bounce back off that $15 area. First look would have been if it tried to test the top to fade it. That hasn't happened, guys. So I think we're looking at 15 even on NIO.
Okay, 246 here. We get some nice little trades already on Zoom. We're already nicely big on this one, so let's get a little bit more out here if we can. We just covered some there at, what was that price on there? 242 even. So now it's bouncing up a little bit, but you got to watch out for this name as it does bounce around. So the spread already here on Zoom, multiple dollars. So we take out a little bit of a win to start. Now it's moving back to the upside against us here. So watch out for Zoom. What is this level? 244 in change is the VWAP. So we'll wait to see on Zoom for that one, guys.
Yeah, and did mention that Square. It has a spread as well. I don't know, I just heard the bell again. A bit of a spread there on Square as well, about 20, 30 cents. Trying to pick it up in that 137 range. Just that Macy's break trade on, and Neo trying to get in here. Just got in finally to Square. It did make that break of the low. It came down to 136. I'm catching it on the fade back in. The market not really doing a heck of a lot so far, but we do have the Square trade on. Let's see if it can't retest that 136 bottom. Did get it at that 137 eventually, but the second time through, not the first.
Yeah, Neo not even open yet. So
we're still waiting for that.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait to see on that one, 1540. I don't see any end prints. I don't see a big imbalance yet to be taken out on Neo. So the only thing we've done so far is cashed out a couple times here on Zoom. So another one out there in the 50s. Let's see if they can push this thing downside. If the rotation's on, I think this is a name that will be rotated out of. So we'll check out Zoom here on the downside, but the spread's still major. We need it to break through 242, and then we'll get some movements to the downside. What up, B?
I mentioned Oxy there, guys, in the pre-market quickly. Just broke that high from aftermarket yesterday. They reported loss, but wasn't as bad as expected. So a nice push here for OXY, guys. Yeah,
we'll hit the yee-haw action. I'm going to be happy about Macy's here on the break. We catch it. We got 44s as our entry point. They're 45s actually. A bit of a slippage there. Got some out in front of 58, 59 area. Going to see if we can't run this to 7 3/4, 775. But we did make a little bit of a bungle. That's going to be trying to put a stop order on Square and actually end up getting out for only an 80-cent win. That's not going to be enough on the Square downside trade. That is coming down as we talk about that rotation.
All right, guys, and there it is already. We've already hit it. We've already got our targets. Pigs get slaughtered. Look at Zoom, 241, 240. This is a $3 winner on Zoom right now to the downside. We take the shares. We hold on to a little bit right now. And yes, sir, the big dog is back. A nice little win here on Zoom to the downside. Big time win. We're already huge today. Hit the air higher, and on this one, Brendan, Zoom for the win. What's up?
Zoom, big flush. Boeing, the opposite. Huge move higher here, guys, on Boeing. Nice look through that pre-market high there above 185. We're up to 187 now on Boeing, guys.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. I'm sitting here in those other two. Look, you're going to go 2 for 2. You're going to be happy about that trade. We did mention Boeing 185.20, no Moss. 15-cent
Yeah,
cross
that's
is
nice,
literally never going to get it done in that situation. I look back, and it should have been like a 25 or 30-cent cross to the upside on a break like that in Boeing. But that was the call we gave. It's giving you $2. I didn't mention 190 would be that target, so if it starts to roll there, I think we can take a bit of a short. We're kind of already hit it off in Square and in Macy's, which we're still hanging on to some Macy's, guys. I kind of like this breakout trade, and I think I'm going to be buying any kind of pullback we can get to into the 744 range. Just watch out, because you're still seeing the NASDAQ crumble to the downside here. That's the big story. Despite the fact that we just talked about Boeing upside and Macy's upside, remember, you're seeing that tech fall.
Yeah, look at NEO falling like crazy as well. We've cashed out. Our out's going to be just above here, 243, if this does come back in. So we've already monstrous here on Zoom. The spread is quite large, so we actually may even miss it on a 243 break. There it is. So yeah, okay, we got it. So we got out there. Nice little trade, holding very, very small now, but we can already celebrate that. So that was already a big one. Good thing for me, a buyer of a long-term spot here on JP Morgan. 103 in the pre-market, and hells to the yeah, up to 105. We gave you guys this 103 level. I love this. Unfortunately, it does break right off the open and bang to the upside. So that's the big trade right there for JP Morgan if you are in that one. Congratulations. Nothing else hitting for me. Save. A lot of the stocks, like I said, were downside today. So I'm going to cancel actually pretty much everything I have out there right now for a script order and just regroup, because I thought upside today, but no. That's not happening at all. So
yeah, I mean, the only thing that outside of Boeing, I'm looking at Boeing with the move. I got the Macy's up here trying to reload in front of that 745 breakout area, but American Airlines is sliding back to the southbound range below that 15 area. I think we can play 15.25 was going to be that top. I think 15.15 will be that level I'll fade first. Brendan, what do you have?
A couple of things from the volume list, guys. Canada Goose reported earnings down 8% today. Huge print on that one. If you're looking at it down in New York, trying to hold 23 or hold below 23 at the moment. The other one Sean mentioned briefly, Macy's. Yeah, nice move higher off the open, but coming right back in here through to 750. For Macy's, still up 5% though, guys.
Because you got to find something to trade, right? And I mean, that's part of it right here. We do hold a little bit of this. And damn it, we did get out there on, and that's part of it. I say that I'm, one of the most disciplined traders, and we have to stick to those rules, guys. If we go up here and we break our view up, we get out. But now we hold a little bit, like I said, so we still have a nice little dollar winner. I see some compliments for the Raptors. Yeah, they look pretty good last night. No Giannis, but also no
Chris Boucher, baby.
Yeah, and Chris Boucher there from Canada representing as well. So
I kid. No one knows that guy, but NEO is just getting absolutely slaughtered. Just $14 on a bit of a break here. I've had success in the past buying dips, and just want to, forget about the 1 minute. That's a bad look. Let's go to the 3. They'll be able to see a little bit better where we just bounced off of 1370, which would have been the low off the open yesterday. About 11 o'clock, we hit that on the show. It just bounced shy of that and is trying to roll back in. I'm kind of eyeballing this 1450 range. This is post-market tops. Maybe that's going to be the level to watch here. Brendan, what do you got for us?
We saw some strength coming into some of the banks yesterday. Initial strength coming into the banks. Here goes Wells Fargo today, guys. Nice little pop here from 25.30, I guess, up to about 25.75 on decent volume as well. 3.75% for WFC, guys.
Okay, guys, we're going to line them up. We knocked it down in Macy's. We got the reload. This is what it's all about here. We talk about the breakout price. We were bullish on this one for a couple of days now. Weeks, actually, really. We got a bit of a reload at 47. We took some more at 50 as well. We're rolling these out here in front of that high. I want to see if we can make sure we hang on to some in case we get a break to that 775. But at least something is going the upside here. I'm seeing everything down, and the Macy's long, fantastic here.
Yeah, we did it again right now. Another chicken dinner winner for all y'all. You can see here on a NEO, we're just taking some shares out right now. Where are we long? 14.18 right now, and it's 30.31s. So there, we've cashed out of half of this one for a big time win. So that's it. We'll catapult ourselves through the roof here. Go NEO! A nice little 15-cent win on this one. Plus, we're already holding this dollar right now on Zoom. So everything working to the upside once again for us today. Look at NEO, guys. We're long here at 18s off this little bottom. We were going to use 14 as a bottom, and so we go long side now. If we're going to go long 18 and we have an 18-cent winner, we take that. So that's what it's all about. Slapshot. Sorry, Maple Leaf fans, including myself, you once again disappoint. But here we go to the upside Neo. We're cashing out, guys. Big time winner. Let's go.
Deborah, thank you for that super chat there. We talked about Square here. I did catch the pullback, not the initial move. You get only the pullback trade at 37. Took it off shy. Accidental execution there when I put a stop order at the wrong price. It got a winner. That's fine. It's about 80-cent win. I'm looking to see if it fades back through that 137 and then test 139 to the upside. If it enters that range, I'll likely take another shot at the short. That's going to be the theme of the day, I think, in a lot of those names. I've taken out another leg in Macy's. I will not be reloading, I think, a third time here on this trade. We'll sort of go 2 for 2 on those. And if it breaks through that 740, fair enough. We'll look for a bottom pick, which was initially our idea anyways. But 2 for 2 on Macy's. I will not go necessarily a third time. Don't want to let that gift horse in the mouth there, guys. Brendan has something.
Another one with vaccine-related news today, guys. Novavax here down 14%. This thing had a nearly $30 move off the open there. 170 on that spike down to 145 and change. We're bouncing back to 155 on NVAX, guys.
Man, working
That's
on the
insane.
weekend like usual, guys. It's another cowbell winner here. Look at Neo. Bang to the upside. You guys want those bangers. We've got 2 for 2 so far, guys. Dollar plus. I mean, you saw we crushed Zoom. And then look at Neo, guys. We just owned this stock to the upside. So Superman is in the building. A 45-cent win on this $14 name. And we just continue to go upside, man. What a big day today here so far as we just keep on rocking and rolling to the upside. Neo says no thank you down here at the bottom and then just rips upside. Glad to have that one as we do a little face slap action for Neo. There it is. Let's keep on going to the upside, guys. Follow me on Twitter. You want all these plays? Let's go.
It wasn't 190 necessarily, but 189 on a dime. Boeing is starting to roll back over. I'm going to look at that sort of 187 midpoint area for a bit of a bounce play if we can catch it. I do want to quickly jump over. We did mention that Kodak was going to be in play. It is sort of coming into that range. So I don't like it unless we crack down that $10.50, $10 even area. Now we're trying to track into that. I do have a stop locked and loaded ready to go at 10.50, or sorry, 10 even on Kodak if it gets down there. We'll see what happens. It's not there yet, but still selling off Kodak again today. I also want to jump over to INO. This is getting absolutely crushed. I got shaken out of a pre-market short. This is too early. Don't like taking those trades at 9 o'clock. But another name down $2. So NVAX getting smoked, INO getting smoked. These names are getting absolutely shellacked today, and I'm looking at possibly a 15 area break. If we can do a bit of a breakout to the upside, just a scalp trade here down so far in INO. I believe we have Brendan with something.
I'm going to have to disregard this wick, guys, but big move here for Disney. 2.5% through that pre-market high. That never happened, obviously, but through this pre-market high here around 131. Nice move up to 132.5 for Disney. They had a bunch of minor headlines today, but nothing significant, just higher on sentiment, guys.
Man, can't be more happy than that for Disney as, once again, another big position of mine. Shout out to 33 traders talking all about Disney when they were on with us before as well. Yeah, just having a quick look at this. Yeah, big time move for Disney. Bang! Congratulations to anybody holding that stock in your account. That's a good one. Okay, CCL. Wow, CCL all the way back down. I thought they were going to try to make a run up here, and they did, but now they fade right back down. So, yeah, a lot of these names getting taken to the shed there as, yeah, nothing but downside right now for CCL. So watch out on this one. If we can find something where, you know, we may get a nice little level here on a daily chart, I don't know. Look where we bounce off of, guys. 1661. That was that 50 period. That's why I keep pounding the table when stocks get near that moment.
Yeah, we talked about that essentially 15 area break on INO if it came back in here. And Joe, look, it's having all kinds of trouble breaking through. It was a nice break, took a quick little 20-cent win for the first scalp. Going to hang on to the second half here. See if we can't get back to more like a 15.50 area. If I can take 50, 60 cents on just a pullback trade, I'll be very happy with this. It's just so overblown. I mean, I looked at NVAX to the downside and INO getting crushed as well. Not necessarily as much. I mean, $30 move was insane on NVAX. But I'm going to go break even stop on the second half. As violent as this move has been, the sell-off in some of these names has been absolutely insane. And we talked about the virus plays this morning. Definitely big time, big shots over here. But Macy's stopped out on that last 20%. but it's still heading back up. So, I mean, it looks like it's still bullish. Nice win here in INO, but I'm going to take this off for a quick scalp.
Guys, get ready. We're just going to hit a little bit of an alert sign here. We're going to see if we can't Superman again. 1622, 1623 or so coming on CCL, so watch out. That'll be yours truly's next trade. I did want to show you guys 6,300 followers. Thank you so much for that love. If you did want to follow me out, Trader TV Sean, and I just posted this up, give you guys a little bit of a bottom. I was pointing here to 14. That's the bottom. We go long there, out upside. Big time trade here on NENIO. NEO is the NAMO. CCL coming upside. Let's take a long right soon, breaking back upside through 1625. We still got NEO on. It's at 1444. Just a 25-cent win right now. We're perfect today. Perfect. Where's Ryu when we need him here for Street Fighter? Because so far we are 2 for 2 and 2 big ones. And here goes CCL 1623 long.
Yeah, just giving you a tweet out here on Macy's. It looks like it's going to be a more shallow move. I still like 7 even on any kind of a pullback if we can catch it. Look, it's just about playing the price action. If it fails multiple times there at 765, then comes back in, I'm going to look for a better price, guys. Ultimately, I think we have a decent shot at getting it. I do also want to jump over to another name which has typically been solid for us. MARA is down 10%. It's trying to make a move back to $4. I'm going to look see if we can't roll this one over to the short side in front of like this 410 to 420 area here. But another name just getting absolutely pummeled here. See if we can't take advantage of the shorts. Brandon, what do you got?
Big bounce here on Save. Just had a volume spike alert on Save. Spirit Airlines back above 19 or trying to hold 19 right now. Still up 4%. We had the initial selling, but monster bounce there, guys. All the way back up to above 19 for Save.
Yeah, I like that one. What is that price? 1923 here on a move to the upside. Might be something on Spirit. Okay, there it is right there. Okay, yeah, we are going to get out of some of this CCL if it gets back into the, penny area down here. It does go in the money for us 4 pennies, but we don't take that. We want more, obviously, on that one. So we'll wait to see if CCL can retest back up here 1650. But we need the S&P to go with us, and it doesn't look like they want to. The bottom, though, 16. So look out below. If you crack through 16, you're going to have yourself a nice little loser if you hold on to too much. So I'm going to get some out here in the mid O's here, and then if it goes back down. Otherwise, let's see if we can get back to VWAP here 1630. Takes them off slightly before then. What's up, B?
We're talking about Macy's there going. Well, guys, GPS, nice look, 5.6%. Recent highs on the daily time frame above $15. Come up to $15.50 now for GPS, guys.
Yeah, good look on that one. Certainly, we talked about that entire rotation. You just got to pick whichever name you're comfortable with. That's my entire reason for going over to a Macy's. I just want to track back to Nikola. We did mention that space under pressure. NIO selling off, their NEO selling off. Nikola trying to bounce back. It's still towards that 43. We opened up just a little bit higher than here. I think if we can catch a 43, call it 50 or 60 break, that will be a nice trade to the long side. My first shot is going to be shorting in front of it. And watch out, here comes Boeing towards that 189 retest, 190, of course, that key price we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, guys, and here it is. More winners, guys. CCL rips to the upside there. So you're hitting everything right now. But remember, guys, we don't want to get slaughtered on these trades. We're already really huge today. So taking these out now. 10 plus pennies right now on CCL. And yeah, we're making moves today. 13, 36, 35. Bang! You guys want the cash throwing everywhere. There it is. So the cash coming out of thin air today. NEO cash. CCL now cash. What else is cash? Everything is cash. Pants down. Not today, guys. Let's get some out. We're out of half of the CCL. Let's see where we want to go now on a breakout. I think 1640. I mean, we already talked about it coming to this consolidation spot. That's right where we are. 1640, 1645. What up, Daryl? I know you love this CCL. I don't know if you're in it, but yeah, we are. And it's a big time winner. Falling money everywhere once again.
So I'm just looking at a level here on NVAX. I want to make a trade in here. We've already made 1 for 1 on INO pulling back, but NVAX has already made a bit of a move. It looks like secondary break 156, possibly somewhere consolidating below VWAP. Gives you a breakdown. I'm going to try a 152-ish area. We might have to go with a tighter end stop there, but this stock has put in $30 worth of a range, so you got to be giving 3 or 4 at least. I'm still got Boeing under my eye, but looking at NVAX to see if it makes another leg to the downside. And of course, remember, we're going to be picking Macy's up if it drops any further than this, but holding 740 right now. But I look at NVAX through 152.
All right, and I like CCL, and that's the only trade that we have on. And here we go. Bang again on CCL. Yes, sir. Here's what happens when we take it out. The stick comes flying out. Bingo. Nice little move to the upside. Look at this CCL trade. I'm going to tweet this one. I mean, you want to talk about tweeting something out. Look, 1645 all the way to the upside. Beautiful long there. Would have been better down here, but we pick our spots. We're very careful, and now we go upside. Surprise with CCL. What up? Now we're just waiting for save. Give it to us, Brendan.
Yeah, what a bounce there on all of those cruise lines. Here's another one, guys, bouncing to the downside. Hertz Global reported aftermarket yesterday. You can see a little bit of a flush. I saw this one was a little more active than it's been over the past few weeks yesterday, but yeah, big move up initially in the pre-market. Just got absolutely flushed from 190 now all the way down to 160 in a straight line for Hertz Global, guys.
Yeah, not too much of a shock there.
Huh?
Boeing approaching that 190, so we're going to take one shot. If it does roll over, maybe we'll take a shot at the short side, but I like that break at 190. We talked about a 184.20 break. We didn't catch that one, unfortunately, but at least we gave it to you. That one's going to be fine, but 190, I didn't think it would happen necessarily this fast or quickly approaching that target. I just did get into Mara in front of that $4 area. 410 to 420 is going to be the stop on that one, but all eyes on Boeing, which, you know, sort of day two price action to the upside. Very, very strong move. Let's see if we can get a 190 break on Boeing. The other name that I wanted to bring you guys, of course, was American Airlines. It's still trying to recover here. It did make a bounce off the low, but trying to put in a higher low off 1450. If it holds here, I like that one in front of the low of the day, trying to pick that one up. But it looks like Boeing resisting a little bit. If it consolidates, I'll like the break even more the longer it holds around, waiting for the 190 break. Just Mara to the short side, and now looking at American Airlines to hold 1450. And we got the shorts in Kodak, so watch out for that break to the downside.
And guys, we've already dipped into the fruit salad today, and it looks like it's a grape kind of day as we're going. Grapes and some melon. There's some watermelon in there. So it's already a monster day for us. So congratulations. Anybody has anything similar to what I've had on, yeah, you deserve some fruit salad because it's been a monster today. CCL, we get out of pretty much everything now on the high side. So that's a really nice trade. We're really happy with the way that one turned out. And that's CCL to the upside, 1630 right now, 38.39. We took some out. Our best outs were up here, 40. So we'll wait to see. Here comes rate again. So here's 1640 right on spot again for CCL. So yeah, it just continues for us today, guys. Big time winners everywhere. NEO, big win to the upside. This is my number one stock is Zoom. As Zoom comes all the way down and we do not get slaughtered. We take it all out down there. I told you we're holding a very small, that's that small 10% that we like to hold. Does not work out, but now Zoom now coming to the downside. But yeah, everything is juicy right here, guys, for us today. Now comes Zoom to the downside even more. Let's look for some more tech stocks, but we've been killing it today, and that's what happens when you're trading with us here on Trader TV Live. Now Zoom comes to the downside. Should have held it. What can you do?
Occidental, another bottom pick idea here for you guys, bouncing off the pre-market low, right at 1588, almost on a dime. When I get to Brendan in a quick second, but when it retakes 16, I'm going to be going long in front of that pre-market bottom. Brendan, what do you got? Just
double checking on JP Morgan, guys. Really nice move here for JPM off the open, 103 to 105. Just broke day highs there on another volume spike, 4.5% for JPM. Another one, real quick, Play. Dave & Buster's, another kind of travel-related name, holding above 16 here. Nice gap, 8% to the upside for Play again today, guys.
I did want to give a big shout out here, and you are super welcome there, Noah. I did that, and just that's $10. Thank you so much for that. This is NT, so it's $10 equivalent. Thanks so much for all of that love there. We're glad that you got that Noah there for that nice little $800 winner on CCL. You are welcome. We'll get to Tesla in a minute, but yeah, great job there, guys. Yeah, and I'm glad JP Morgan, Marlon. There it is. Alex Puig there. What's up as well? Thank you so much for all of the love today. As yeah, we're 3 for 3, and I know that's where the love's coming from. There is lots of winners to be had today, as we'll just keep on making these trades for you and looking for some upside on more names. Let's check back in on Spirit Airlines as we go. What a big day for us here today so far. 19 and change. Okay, I was giving Spirit up here 19.23 for that break. Didn't happen yet, so we're going to cancel that order and just wait to see. I'm also waiting for CCL actually to get, CCL could get going even more here. I know it's stopping and slowing down, but I still think CCL can get up here in the 60s, guys.
Yeah, just got into the reversal trade on our good friend Occidental, breaking through 16. I got 1602s. We'll give it only to the low of the day on a bounce play. It doesn't seem like it wants to sustain. I got a little greedy here. Had a chance to take like a 10-cent scalp. but didn't do that. I think we're going to look for a little bit more than that. We're risking basically 15 cents, so I'll target a little bit higher than that risk to reward. Brandon, what do you got for us, buddy?
A couple of things here, guys. Simon Property Group, we looked at this one yesterday. They were talking with Amazon about some leasing opportunities. They also reported aftermarket yesterday. Earnings weren't great, both per share and revenue missed. However, 5.4% to the upside here for SPG. Another one real quick, Regions Financial, RF in New York. Another one from the financial group, up 6% today, guys.
And yeah, you know what, Brendan? That is what we do here. SPG, another name of mine that we've been touting. Feel like Kramer here a little bit, guys, giving you all of these wins and all these picks. But SPG, we banged the table on that one in the $60 range. And just to educate you guys up here, if you guys ever want to know anything about long-term holdings or what I think about stocks, please ask me, because it's a passion of mine. I manage my own money, obviously, as many do, but many don't. I love Simon Property Group down here at 60. I loaded the truck up, so it's a nice little dividend as well, 7-8% depending on the price of the stock. But what a great little long that was, similar to JP Morgan. I told you the rotation was in. We told you that last week, and now here comes Simon Property Group to the upside. So I love that name. I love JPM as well. That may be a little heated right now, but Simon Property Group, here we go. We crushed it yesterday. We may do the same soon today. Not really giving us any levels right here, so we'll just wait on that and see what we can do. It's nice to see CCL came back. It's not going to be a reload spot for us, but we do, again, I have that 10% still, so we'll see if this one wants to go back up here to VWAP. We'll cash this out and then maybe take a break of 30 once again, guys.
Yeah, just noting here a win, a bit of a pullback trade. It's been such a strong stock the last couple of days. Just give you over to the daily chart, breaking through the 50, and then also a breakout through that sort of 87 area right now. You get this break at a key level back from mid-July, and then we're retesting that same price with a double bottom. So this is an interesting point for me. I'll take a shot in front of it, but this is a hard reversal. If we retake 87 to the downside, that's going to be a quick little scalp short. But first shot, take it to the long, see if we can't break back through 88. We just picked that one up. Mara is basically back to flat for us on that short trade. And I wanted to mention Sorrento. Again, another name that got absolutely crushed. $21 all the way down to $15.40 on the low. It is clawing its way back, but 18 would be an interesting price if we can get back to there. I'm going to look to see if we can't catch a 17 short on a rollover. It looks like this space is entirely too weak, and so many of these names are selling. You got to make sure you join that party. We've already hit a couple of them. I want to add SRNE to the list if we can get a break of 17.
And guys, Superman, I mean, who's holding? I just asked in the chat, who's holding Zoom right now? Not us, unfortunately. I wish it was us. But Zoom right now, you're seeing this 236. Our initial short, 243 off the top. So that was a great short to begin with. But we took it fast. We took it out. We thought $2 was pretty good. But now look at Zoom making the moves to the downside there. Brendan, what's up, bud?
PEIX, 52-week highs here for a little ethanol name. They regained minimum bid requirements on the NASDAQ. So up 19% today. It's already gone from 330 to 4. This thing's been on a tear since $1 on the daily chart, straight to $4, guys.
PEIX, going to add that one to the list. Just got the reversal. Well, not the reversal. Only got out. Don't know why we didn't get the reversal at 87 on win. We'll see if we can't pick up that short. We talked about that on the that key price on the daily chart, so we want to make sure we are getting that short. Not sure why I didn't get the fill. We'll try and get it on that little offer there. We did mention that Uber usually doesn't do anything. When we talk about it today, it does. Testing down to that 31 even area. It is heading southbound. I just got finally into win on that 87. That was a key price mid-July. Breakout there as well, but now retracing through 87. Just picked it up short. It's 86. 89 on the entry point. Oxy is bouncing back, but like I said, until we're like 15, 20 cents in the money, we're not taking any profit off.
Yep, and CCL back upside as well, as we did talk about that one. I think there's a good opportunity to buy some more if it does break through there. That CCL, hopefully for the win on the upside on that one, but I still think it needs to get to 1650. We are bouncing around, but 1630, we'll try it one more time. CCL won't be as heavy as it was here, time of day, but we did like that move off the open. We'll try it again if it breaks back through 1630. That is CCL right now, but yeah, I mean, the market's pushing down here, so that's not going to be a good sign for anybody. So we'll wait to see how far CCL wants to go down. 1615 will be my kill spot. And again, we just took some more out right there at 25s. I'd rather wait for 30 to come. So we'll get some out if it breaks below 15, just so we're not holding on to a big loser. But now we only have 5% left. So just an update on that position, guys.
Yeah, you did mention a Fastly there as well. But we talked about a few of these sort of tech names that are
look
getting
back at
sold
that,
off. Fastly's only down 2% here, so I don't know what you want to call it, relative strength. I don't know what name you want to put on it, but it's trying to hold 76, a bit of a higher bottom. After bouncing at 75 even, this could be a nice little ramp-up point. I just want to note that the NASDAQ is struggling and trying and clawing its way to hold at 11,000 mark. If we do that, I mean, Fastly in front of 76 seems like an easy point. I'd rather see the market start to come to the upside before digging in there, but watch that little double bottom. Jumping back over to another name, that INO. We did already take the trade in Occidental to bounce. INO, we did have a bounce play. It's giving you the same, let's zoom in here, you can see better. The same consolidation and same entry point right at 15 that we had for the first win. So rinse and repeat for me. I'm just going to see if we can make a very, very similar trade. 15 up to about 15.50 to the upside. Just a little scalp play on INO. You're seeing this volatility be put in here on this name all the way down, $1.50, $2 off of the open. Thank you, Valeria. I'll see if I can't rebound the same entry point, 15, and take it out for 20, 30 cents. Little scalp in front of that 14.80 higher low, guys.
And look, I did want to thank again here everybody who's hitting us up here. Ryan, thank you so much. Hey you, right back at you. Big shout out to Valdecir. What's up, Valdecir? Thank you so much for becoming a member. It's very important for us, guys. Look, the show is free. We're at 5,000 viewers today. It's very important that we keep this momentum going. $5 a month gets you the membership, guys. And you get some of these cool emojis and things like that. We get to shout you out on the show as well. And look, to be honest with you guys, we're looking for guys like Marlon here. That's a member, always talking about things. This is Neil's McRib here. We're more likely to talk about these stocks from our members. So shout out to all the members. We love you guys. Thank you for the support. We would love to have a few more members on board if we could. So once again, hopefully you guys can join that up. It's $5. Where's that join button that I have? There it is. Let's hit that right now. Oh, by the way, we did get out of some CCL. Hit the join. That's how you do it. It's right there. But right now, 1630 right here. I do like that spot. We did take out our shares. Now we're basically flat on this name. Let's wait to see if we can't cash out more on CCL, but we're still waiting for 1630 break. Thanks again for all the memberships, guys. And there it is, right on the chat there. Everybody coming in there. Look at all these members. Thank you so much. Win Resorts, AAL, we'll have a look at those. Thanks again for the support, guys.
Yeah, you mentioned a McRib there, and look, it's just a nickname, MCRB, of course. It has a weird, it's Ceres Therapeutics. I'm not going to be saying that very often when I look at MCRB. I was watching 2450. It's not that I wasn't interested in this name again here, guys, but that was one price we're looking at of the pre-market. It faded in front of it. Maybe it'd be a potential secondary breakthrough 2450. I'm just not seeing it yet. If we do get that price, my first thought, of course, at this time of day would usually be to fade in front of it. I do want to update a few positions here. I did reverse short into win when it broke to the downside. I have 87.18 to the short. Mara's out of the money on that short, but again, the INO long off of 15 is again trying to make a bit of a bounce here. I'll be taking most of it off in front of that 1550. Maybe hanging on to a third this time just in case it wants to bust VWAP and give you a run to that 16 even. But the first time we had a nice scalp. The second time, I'm not going to sit here and and throw away profits when I see a good level to play off of. It's 10 o'clock. Wow. Time for Happening Now with Brendan.
Hey guys, yeah, 10 o'clock, 30 minutes gone just like that. Busy 30 minutes there to kick things off. Let's have a look at North American markets here. S&P 500 still in positive territory, but off the highs a little bit, about 0.25%. Look at the Dow, full 1% move higher for the Dow Jones again today, third day in a row. NASDAQ in negative territory, down 0.5% here for tech stocks. The Russell, 1% to the upside for small caps. Here in Toronto, we're back in the red as well, 0.1% for the TSX. Down in Brazil, 0.8%, 2 days in a row. Nice day for the BOVESPA. CGX, Cineplex, another one of those names, largest movie theater operator here in Canada, set to benefit from any kind of vaccine. So up today on that, 2.8%, all kinds of volume behind that move for CGX here in Toronto. Energy names are strong as well. Here's Suncor, SU, nice gap to the upside, holding that as well. This is 23. We're up to 23.5. For Suncor. Not so much for this one, though. CGC in the U.S. Weed, we were looking at this one yesterday. After earnings, weed to the downside today, 3.6%. Held 24 there at the open. We're all the way down to 23. So day lows for Canopy today. There was one more I wanted to mention as well. I can't remember what it was, but Suncor or Enbridge, another energy name that was moving along with some of the energy markets today. So strength in energy names, guys. Cannabis to the downside so far. Back over to you guys.
I mean, I have to take this one because you guys, I ask and and you guys just come running in here. So thank you so much again. You started it all. Valdez here. Thank you so much. What's up? Jinda, I'm not sure there. Thank you so much. Aaron, Ryan as well for becoming a member. Bio Greg, I wonder if you're in the biotech space. That's fantastic. Bio Greg and Ram, what's up as well? Thank you so much there for the memberships, guys. Means a lot to us. Keeps the show going. And yeah, that's very special. Thank you so much. Again, Valeria going to give shout outs. If we can, we'll get Valeria on camera soon for a big shout out to all the members. I know you'd much rather see her than me. So we'll get Valeria on ASAP, guys, if we can do that. Thank you so much. Neil, take it away.
Yeah, we just talked about that win reversal, and again, it was just about the daily chart break at that 87. You had a key price breakthrough, and then it made that double bottom, reverse to the short side trade. We're going to take some out at 86.50. We're going to take some out for $1 at 86.30, and then we just got out. Look, this is the opening range bottom. You can see right here at 9.30, 85.50. I'm going to be out every day in front of that price. So we'll catch a $1.50 winner on the way back in. It's a nice little scalp trade of $1.50. Overall average win is $1 on that trade, but you got to go to that daily chart. I mean, it gives you 2 reasons to go short on that 87 level as opposed to just maybe 1. That's why you want to have a structure there and just a little more confidence in the idea. I did want to jump back over to SRNE, busting below that 17, so I did get short in this name. 16.97, a little bit of slippage there. First level will be 16.70. We'll try to get out for a quick scalp and then see if it can't make a bottom around that 16 even. Even if it puts in a higher low, we're okay with that. Should be a nice little win if it does that for us. You can't give it too much past VWAP here at 17.40, however. And finally, Occidental trying to make a move to the upside. Like I've sort of said the entire way here, I need to see it past that 16.15, which it's about to do any second now. Then we'll start taking off in front of VWAP, hopefully holding for more along that opening range break, or sort of that pre-market range break, 16.35. So nice win so far on Occidental. Just looking for more, like I said all the time.
1578. We're going to give this one a little bit of room here to grow, but I don't know if it's going to happen or not. It looks like CCL wants to go down. We tried it once again right now for this, but it looks like it wants to break through 80 here. So, yep, okay, there you go. It's going to break through 80, and we'll get out on a 79 print of CCL. So right now we're averaging a little bit. Not huge, but we are in this one at 86 and a half. So we're in CCL right now at 86 and a half. Let's see if we can get going up here. I'll take some out if we can get back to 16. So maybe mid-90s here on CCL to go if we can. But right now, not looking great. Well, it's looking great. It's 4 pennies in the money. Some might think that's a good trade, but we'll wait to see up here. 5 pennies, 6 pennies. Here we go. Still going upside. And bang! We did it again, Brendan, right there. Another win for you on CCL. Kaboom! The party just happens. Line them up, set them down, push them away. CCL with a nice little win here, guys. Wowzers.
Just getting the rest out of, not all of out of Oxy. We're going to hold that 20%, like I mentioned, through VWAP if we can get it. A nice little bounce. It never really threatens too far below that level of opening range low. It holds the bottom rather nicely. Again, I'm going to roll over at VWAP. I think we're probably done bottom picking. I see the market just continue to slide. If it comes back down and retests the low, I'm not going to take another shot at it. We've already got our nice win over on Occidental. SRNE, we just got a bit out down around that 16.70 area for a quick 25-cent scalp. We'll see if we can't get the rest, like I said, in front of that 16 if it wants to continue the move. It's all about the sells, and I find myself short Mara, short SRNE, but the break in Nikola right now failing. It tried to break that 43.65 area, actually only about 15, 20 cents out of the money, so I guess it's really not that bad so far.
No, just depends on your share size always, guys. Remember, you got to trade your own book and trade your own share size. So you got to be aware of what kind of risk you're willing to take there, right? And that's why look at CCL. We talked about it going up to 17. This is where or 16, sorry. This is why you got to take profits, man. It hits our targets and we clean some out of CCL right there. So nice little trade to move on that trade, but we're still giving it to 79. And I called for her for you, guys. So here it comes right now. What's up, V?
I think we're going to Valeria.
Yes, hey guys, welcome everyone who joined us for the first time. Please subscribe to this channel to receive notifications when we're back on air. Also guys, we are nearing a number of 70,000 of subscribers, so please help us to reach that number today and subscribe if you haven't yet. And welcome all the members, guys. We appreciate your support so much. All we do is we do for you. So if you want to support us also, you can find join button on our homepage, or you can join at the link I'm sending on the chat. Smash the like button, and I'll see you later. Back to traders.
Yep, back to us right here. CCL breaks, so we're out. So that's what happens. Take a little bit of profit out there, take it back right there again. It's because you guys got to change that microphone. I have no idea what you're saying, but I'll throw it to Brendan anyways.
All right, guys, we'll have a look at another one here. If you're looking for something a little bit lower priced in the airplane world, ERJ, Embraer here having a nice day. 4%, just broke $6 here on a huge volume spike. Moody's with a very positive note this morning on this one. ERJ in New York, guys.
Yeah, just got another leg out of here on SRNE, and again, it's just sort of fading in these plays, and I don't know why. I had to try to pick another leg on INO when shorting this space is going to be fantastic. It's a quick little 50-cent win. Look, you're going to look at the level 2 here, and I've seen people talk about direct market access, who we trade through. We're day trade the world. We have the ability to sort of see here. Bit of a buyer at 1650. It's not a tremendous amount of shares for stock doing 34 million, but it's enough to get me my second, third out in front of 1650. If it breaks that, our last target is that 16 even area to try to get a dollar win on SRNE. Of course, missing the first flush, we're more than happy to participate in the second one there. Try to be a bit of a not a bottom pick in Nikola. Almost every long I've had has been a bottom pick, and we try a breakout trade in Nikola. This is going to be a losing one here for us once it breaks 43. We have 43.60 as an average price. It's going to be a 60-cent hit at Nikola. I don't think it's necessarily that bad. If it broke 14.20, I think 45 was going to be in play. And I'm not necessarily sure that's done, but this sell-off is a little bit too strong. The shorts are all coming in. Let's hang on to those winners and take off some of these longs that don't look like they're working here, guys. So SRNE working nicely for us. Oxy, I still have 20%, but we've already made our money there. Break even, stop for the rest.
Yeah, guys, you want to talk about winners right there. Nice little trade on AMD. We go short 94s all the way down to the 80s right now. So we'll wait to see what AMD wants to do. The market's cracking big time there. And bang, there it is again, guys. Hit the sirens. We don't wait around here. We get in and out like a light right now. A nice little 20-plus penny win there on AMD. Let's hold the rest. How does that sound, guys? AMD, nice little short here. Downside, we take that guy. Look, AMD's heated name. I love AMD. I'm an investor in this stock, but right now, today, we told you the rotation is in. I should have got out of it, actually, a couple days ago, but AMD, I like to get actually out of AMD into Intel's not a horrible play right now. I don't think 78.93 we're in, and then we're out right there at 75. So yeah, look, sometimes I make it look easy. It's not, though, guys. You got to get ready. Yesterday, we got crushed on Apple doing something similar, but right there, nice little move on AMD. Let's average into this play. Futures trying to come back. We just took some more shares on AMD. The out for AMD would be 79.10 or so upside there. Not going to hold on to this one for too long. 79.10 on AMD if it turns out to be a loser, which it may not. Right now, we are short 92s on AMD, guys.
And there's a reason you take profits even on names that you're bullish on. We talked about the long, and it was fantastic a couple of days here on Macy's, but it's about to take out, well, look, it's trying to take out at least this little bottom here. Pre-market low, also open range bottom, 725. I like it if it comes back down to 7 even. If it retakes 750, that could be a breakout potential, but let's be patient with that name. You should have already made your money the last couple of sessions on that. I want to get back over to Mara. I talked about getting into this one on a rollover. It does hold 420. I do miss an opportunity to get more shares on the way back down. First little bit down for like the 10-cent win down at 390. Next target 85, and then we'll see if we can't retest the bottom at 370. This has been a good one for us in the past. It's done solid volume. We'd just like to be able to hold these. If it continues the trend trade, I could be in this one maybe for the entire show, depending on how rapidly it decides to move. The way this market's coming down, it wouldn't surprise me if it could get us out in the next 20, 30 minutes or so. But I also want to jump over to the airline space, unfortunately neglected by myself. Continuing back to the downside here, American Airlines, we looked for an opportunity, maybe fading back into 15. It didn't do that. Bottom pick idea, 14 even was the close. If it holds this, maybe there's a bit of support there for a quick little scalp trade on American Airlines. I might take one shot with a tight stop if it gets down to 14 and I see enough buying down there. Either way, Mara winning, SRNE winning. Oxy for now is still a good long in the money for me, but it's a break-even stop. We've already taken our scalp on that one. I'm not going to hold on for dear life on that. It was just a bit of a bottom pick breaking through 16.
Okay, here goes AMD right to the upside. We are going to get stopped out here if it does break back through. Watch the futures, though, guys. They're trying to make that move back to the upside here. We were looking at 3,400 in the face, but AMD, we've averaged into this one. Our average price, 96. And bang, it just flushes downside. Let's see, we're waiting at 82, 89. Look at that. The futures push down, and AMD just flushes itself into the mid-80s. So put that up here, and let's think about that next time. It goes down into the mid-80s. So our short 96. We should have cashed out some of that one on AMD, but we will in a minute. It just needs to go down there. We'll get out some in the 90s. Well, maybe not the 90s, maybe the mid 80s if we can get that one more time. We'll take some 91s and then maybe again into the 80s. I don't know. This stock is moving pretty fast for us right now, but that's AMD. Just looking around at other stocks, guys, the one stock that we missed that I did talk about, Brendan, and we talked about oil a little bit here, and I said XOM will be back on play today, and silly me, too busy taking multiple dollars on Zoom, but that was a fantastic break at 45.65. If I could find the rewind button, we'd be hitting slap shots for you because we did give you guys that 45.65. I hope you liked it. It's a big time show. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I did want to give a big shout out to all the members that we had today. Daryl's there, PC Trader. We had a bunch of new members, guys. If you can hit that join, it's $5 a month, and it gets you the reminders and everything about everything that we do. We also have coming up later on in the show, I think it's 11:55, we'll be dropping this video, how to trade the FOMC release, strategies and whatnot. It doesn't happen live on the show, so you may want to check out that video. Valeria will drop the link. Check us out all over the link right there. What's up, Bren?
Here, guys, another one that reported Nautilus, NLS in New York, 14% to the upside. Market continuing to have problems here. This one as well. Put in a lower high here, looking like we want to test day lows here. Watch 14 if that breaks. This thing was $12 at the beginning of the day yesterday, guys.
Yeah, definitely worth a look. Watch out for NVAX here, guys. 158 potential break. It did make a top there about 20, 30 minutes or so ago. And rounding into that same level, we'll see if we can get a break at 158 even. I think maybe if you like the short, I'm going to wait back still for that 152. Inside, not going to touch. I talked about Oxy there. Breaking back down below 16. That's why you take profit. Identified that as a scalp trade back into VWAP. It turned exactly at that price. And that's why you want to make sure you get out if you're trying to hold some for the home run there. But 158 on NVAX. I think that gives you at least a couple of dollars worth on a scalp. This thing was trading at 170 at the open. I'm not saying it gets back there. Actually, I would almost bet against that, to be honest with you. But I do like that 158 break if we can catch it on NVAX. Just to jump back over to Mara. I did get some, like I said, 390, but a bit of a buyer stepped in there. I don't see him on level 2 now, but there is a buyer at 390 that's going to have to chew through. This might give me the opportunity to load back into this one in the 405 range if we can. My stop is going to be up at about 410 on MARA, and SRNE still in the money for us. That 1650 buyer trying to, yeah, there we actually just cleared through SRNE buyer, so I'll be very happy. Line it up and knock this one out. Shorting these is it's sort of an easy play today, coming back in. SRNE, of course, a high flyer that is giving it almost all back, not all of it, but 16 even is the next target. Now that we're through that bid that we saw there for about 800,000 shares, I think we'll get that 16 target for the last third and get that dollar winner, guys.
Okay, yeah, good trading today. AMD, guys, again, sometimes, having that discipline pays off. We do get out there at 79.15, but then it comes right back down to 78.91. So we're going to hold a little bit more of this stock, and there we go. We are out now. And look at this. We asked for more members and bang it out, guys. Saskia, thank you so much. Thank you so much for Toucan Sam. Love your cereal, man. Keep that going. And then Keaton, what up as well? Brendan, ask for members, and they come in droves. Thank you so much, guys.
Attaboy, yeah, love it. Thank you so much, guys, for the support. We appreciate it. Parts here, PRTS, guys, on the NASDAQ. Another name that reported aftermarket yesterday. This is carparts.com. Nice look in the pre-market here. We were nicely higher, got as high as 16 and change there, but right back down. Market continuing to flush. This one a little bit relatively weak, guys.
Just a little bit of a break here. I'm going to give you the yeehaw action. Coming from Brendan into a win. We got the 158 break on NVAX. We're going to cash out some. An iceberg order was sitting there at 158.75. I literally just joined that party to take a 60-cent win on the first third of this position. If we break through that, next leg we'll try to get out between 159 and 160. I want to see what happens at 160. If it breaks through there, I'll probably be holding a third of the position to see if there's a big move. I don't anticipate 170, and I'm definitely going to get out in front of there. But NVAX on the move back to the upside. Now $1.50 in the money. Well, I don't want to look this horse in the mouth. There's $1.50 winner NVAX. Sean, it shouldn't be this easy. I can't even believe that this was down at 140 when Brendan said it made a $30 move to the downside. Not fast enough to pick this one up. I tried INO and had a small win there, but NVAX finally getting into it. $15 late and still able to catch a big win. There's 161. We're now $3 in the money here on NVAX. I mean, this is completely insane. The retracement this is having. I am not betting on 170 coming in here, guys. I'm going to throw a trail in here and make sure we lock in at least a couple of dollars on this trade.
Hey, sometimes it's easy. You are right, my friend. AMD straight to the upside here as well. That one, it's a small loser, but we did take a loser there on AMD. So we talk about our winners, we talk about our losers, and we also talk to our good friends here. I'll leave this one to you, Neil, CHGG. But Howie Dick. Thank you so much, Howie Dick, for that membership. We love that, guys. Lots of members throwing through today, and thank you so much for the continued support. We love it as we go through a lot of these names for you. AAL coming back to the upside right now, 1443 and change. Wow, talk about that move off of 14, a big-time move to the upside. We may be missing out on some CCL love as well, guys, because, come on, CCL, we were long that name down here, but again, took some profits out, then got out of the rest. But CCL is making that move back to the upside here. We'll see if we can't find some decent plays for you now on CCL. I still need 1614. That's this level. Actually, that's all the way back up here. That's where VWAP is. CCL not touching this thing until we get at least back up to 16 and change. Okay, we are ready to, I don't know, we're ready for Brendan, I guess. What's up?
Every time, guys, the market gives any kind of a bounce as far as move back to the upside, these banks here make day highs. So JPM leading the way here as far as volume is concerned, but relative strength, big time relative strength coming from the financial group again. JP Morgan 5.4% now, guys.
We love it, JP.
I just wanted to quickly sort of jump into Chegg here. Coming back, look, there's a lot of these names that are coming back very heavily. I don't really have support until about 74-ish on this one. And it's trying to hold up at 76, it looks like, trying to put in a bit of a bottom. Not really getting any kind of a bounce. The market's trying to give a bounce, but this is not really participating in this move. I think certainly if it breaks the low, there's a decent shot. There's a couple of dollars more downside. I have no idea whether you're long or short, whatever your position might be in Chegg. At least there's a chance if we can get back through 77. That would be a scalp play for $1, but I would only be looking for that much in CHEG. I don't know if I would be playing it heavily to the long side. Maybe a couple of dollars lower would get interesting for me, guys.
You know we ain't going nowhere. Del Passon, thank you so much. One of a big shout out to you, Del. Where are you? There you are, right here. Big shout out. Thank you so much, Del. And thank you so much to everybody for all the love on here, asking us all about stocks here. ZZ Top, they're talking about CCL. I did want to give a quick shout out here. If anybody's interested, follow me up on Twitter. I answered over 50 DMs yesterday. A little video here to start the day. Watch this. You're going to see Valeria in a second. There's a sneak peek of Valeria there, so a little wave, I think. Is there a wave? Nope, no wave. Okay, good job there coming back. But yesterday, look, guys, a lot of love for this. 43 likes, thank you so much. 50 plus Twitter DMs yesterday, answered by yours truly. We'll keep doing that every day for you guys as we go. So if I don't get to them all, I'm sorry, but I got to try my best. That's at Trader TV Sean. Send me anything you want. It's been a great run here. Almost 6,500 followers. It would be great to get to that. And also, we're trying to get to 70,000 subscribers today. So hit that subscribe, hit that like, join us, guys. It's been a monster day. We've been hitting the all winners today. One loser, AMD, and I can break that down for you. That was really nothing. We took a shot and missed. So that will happen sometimes. AMD recovering right here.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know if we got to that 69. I know some people around here were a little bit excited about that number. I thought maybe they'd have an interesting celebration there, but 70 is a big number. We'd be happy to get to it. I do want to mention, of course, that we do have coming up a little bit later on, we do have a FOMC release. We talk about catalysts to the market. This is going to be one of them. You want to make sure you tune into our Market Wisdom channel, and we're going to be giving these to you every single day we release a video. If you have something you want us to cover, we got a fantastic suggestion by Raul on Trader Psychology, which we're adding right to that board, guys. So make sure you keep pounding those names at us, and we're all about them over and over again. We keep giving you educational information. It's about learning as a trader. One of the things that I need to be learning to do here sometimes is coming in with an idea across an overall space. And Fastly, whether it's Fastly, whether it's Square, which we did get a short on, whether it's we were looking also Sean there over there with our good friend Zoom. This entire short was one of the more easy ideas, I think, off the open, and I feel like Fastly might have been the best trade in terms of structure of them all, simply because you had this rollover at 78, and then a retest. And I always look for that retest. It gave you the retest at like 947. So you miss out on the first one, you catch the second one, and guess what? It's even better. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say this is a bit of a failure for me, not getting into the Fastly short, at least on this retrace through 77, giving you $2 or $3. It is what it is. It's going to happen to everybody here. We also still have that NVAX trade. It's about $1.50 in the money. I talked about trying to get it to like that 160 break, 162 area, maybe for a bit more. We've already taken profit, and I'm going to continue to hold this one as long as we're in the money here with a break-even stop for now, but it's 10:20. That means it's time for our small cap recap. I've only traded a couple of those today. Maybe Brendan's got some more.
Hey guys, yeah, let's touch on a few small caps that were moving around this morning. INO and Inovio Pharmaceuticals, they came out and said they were pushing back their timeline on their potential COVID-19 vaccine candidate. So it's going to take a little bit longer for them to get to where some other companies potentially are. When you get that on top of positive news from other companies coming out with vaccine news, this was really, really negative today. So I really love this one in the pre-market this morning. I was just using 17 here. Well, I'm going to stop touching that because this thing's shaking all over the place. INO 20% now, but in the pre-market, 17 was a big time resistance level. Was holding below 17 for most of the morning. Huge flush. Best covers down there around $15. So better part of $2 and change move available for you there on INO off of the open. Kodak finally gave you a short. I've been trying forever, but great look here at 1140 in the pre-market. 1140 was a resistance point. Worked into a position versus that 1140. We're now about to make day lows through 1050 for Kodak. Nice look to the downside. OXBR, another one I punched out of all of my shares all at once there mistakenly, but nice look down to 160 after the move from 210, 220, 230. We talked even about 240, kind of 250. Never gave you that shot, but I was hoping for a test of 240, 250. Just this consolidation from the pre-market. Lots of movers this morning, guys, in small cap world. Back over to you.
Lots of movers everywhere. Count win is one of them. A nice little bounce here off of what was a pre-market level at 85. Right back into 87 where we reversed to the short side trade that worked for us. I'm going to look at basically the same area here. If we can take that 87, that VWAP, maybe jump back into the short. It's not necessarily a long-term bet against win. It's just a little short-term trade here. It's getting to that 1030 mark. I think you can start scalping a little bit on win. The only downside I would say is watch out for the spread. I have seen it open up at least a few times here. Whether it's going to be 10, 15 cents or so. So with your stops, you want to be a little bit careful on when crossing that 20, 30 cents, whatever it might be. NVAX off that break-even stop just bounced on a dime. So I thought maybe we'd have to get stopped out break-even on that last third of the position. Hasn't happened yet. It's still consolidating down at 158. That's our price, 158.15. If it busts back up and takes 160 again, I'd be looking at 162 where it topped out before as my exit. So if we can catch that for 350 or break even on the last third, that's what it's going to be. Just jumped into that win in front of 87, so short 86.72, new position for me.
46.08. Okay, just looking at XOM here. Yeah, I mean, CCL has been a big one for us today. Those of you that have watched us trade it, you know that for sure today. No real losers on yet today, just AMD, and that's far from a loser. But let's go over to, that's what it was, XOM. And again, we're trading with multiple little setups here. I got my email open, I've got Twitter open as well, and then we have the 1 minute chart, a few different charts over here, the ES, the daily, 12, a 3, a 1, and some hot lists to go, guys. So, okay, here's XOM, and what we're showing you, generally speaking, I'll tell you if I change this over to a 3 minute, but right now it's only 10:30, so we'll use a 1 minute chart on this one. $46. I like this kind of a break here on XOM. More importantly, what is this exact level? 46.04 or so was this high coming through. That's 05. Maybe actually, I guess it's more like 08. XOM falling down now though, but they did have their run. So watch out for XOM to retake possibly that level if we can get it. Boeing SPG, wow, Simon Property Group pounding the table on that one as an investment, guys. But now this is making moves all day. Yesterday it was up 6.5%. Today up 7.5%. So maybe time to count those chickens and get out of some of this. But Simon Property, $71, looking like a good little spot here. Could easily take it out if these futures get going. So we like to be long on stocks that make sense. And today, Simon Property, with that news from Amazon yesterday, a lot of people may be waking up today and figuring out that that's something pretty important. Possible shipment warehouses and whatnot with Amazon in some of those empty malls and whatnot. So watch out for that. They could be definitely in play. And yes, sir, AMD back from the dead as well. We tried to short this one. Should have reversed long on this break. Normally, that's something that we do, but we stayed away just a little bit, not nervous, but wondering if these futures had their day today. They did come back down. I still am looking for the futures to come and break 33.60 on the downside. AMD approaching a level here where we could punch long, and that would be through all of this, 80.40 if we can get it on AMD.
Yeah, still waging that battle in SRNE here, and I keep talking about wanting that dollar. We've already taken that 50-cent move. It did retest to 17. It failed. A buyer stepped up again at 16.50 that was just broken here, so I just saw it go again. If it's not going to get down to 16 even and retest there and hold 16.50 and the buyer steps up a third time, I'm going to take it off for the 40 or 50-cent win, whatever we can get. It's a decent return. I can't ignore the fact that this is twice now that someone has tipped their hand at this price and bounced it back up to 17. If they do it a third time, very likely we're staring a 17 break in the face and maybe want to go long through that price, guys. I did jump into that quick little short on Win. In front of that 87 area. We'll give it to about maybe like 10-15 on the other side of VWAP there. Otherwise, let's see if it can't retrace to 86. Brennan, what do you got?
A couple of upgrades here, guys, on Wayfair. Nice move, 6.25% here for Wayfair. It's gone from 288 up to 318. I was just trying to see who it was, but yeah, a couple of upgrades, multiple upgrades today on W, guys.
Yeah, I saw that in the pre-market, and I was like, I'm not trading Wayfair. That stock is nuts, but we did see that one. So what's up with that? Wow. Wayfair, you got what you need, not what I need here. And again, thank you to all of our members today. Elizabeth Miller, Ruslan, Mr. Wheelie Man, you're big. 365 days to trade as well. All, thank you so much for the love and the support on the show. We'll continue to shout out our members, and you guys keep the chat going for us as well. So thank you so much for that one. And it's great to have a community. Most of our traders have been on with us live. So we're taking a break on having our guest traders. We're booked until October. It's only early August right now, so we are taking a break on guest traders. Thank you to everybody who's lined up. We're back Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every week we'll have a guest trader on. Raul yesterday was fantastic. Very mature trader. Talked a lot about strategies and what he likes. So thank you to Raul for that yesterday. If you're watching today, big shout out to you, my friend. JP Morgan here. I just want to talk about that as well. We've, again, another name that we've loved for a while. JP Morgan, we were upset that we didn't take out any last time it got up here. Check out the daily chart. It's on a nice little move. We talked about the rotation is in. It's actually now broke above its 50 period at 98. We go to 105. This is the levels I'm talking about last time. We've gotten here in June. I'm definitely taking some off if we get back there this time. But right now, we're talking about taking out some of these highs. 106.38. That's the high today, and that's the high over here as well. So 106 and change. Not a bad spot to think about blowing through on JP Morgan. I actually really like a 106 break, which could be coming very soon.
Yeah, watch out here. Boeing on the move again. We talked about a 190 break. First look was, of course, 184.20. That was a successful break. Sorry, 185.20. That was successful up to 190, where we kind of had a target range. I missed the trade, did not cross deep enough. When we talk about spread, this is something you'll hear us say all the time. You have to consider how big the spread is at a given moment. Off the open, a lot of times you will see the spread open up. So usually 15, 20 cents, no problem to get into Boeing. But at the open, a bit too wide of a spread for me to be able to get that entry point. 190 is going to be a break for me. We're about $1 away from that. Still have my order locked and loaded to go on Boeing. When it does break, we'll get it close to our target at SRNE, but every 25 cents or so, some annoying buyer steps in. They just broke another one at the quarter, getting close to that dollar mark. Brennan, what do you got? I
mentioned this one earlier, guys. Canada Goose reported earnings. We were down significantly in the pre-market here, but coming up to 24, just broke day highs again on decent volume here for Canada Goose. So trying to come back up, guys.
Yeah, 24 is a decent level there on Goose. If you're trading it in Toronto, you can also watch goose.to. Let's check the volume. 500,000 shares. See, this is the problem. This is why we avoid some of the Canadian stocks here when they're interlisted. The spread, 5 cents. Watch this. Let's just see. I hope this doesn't blow up in my face. Canada Goose, what is the spread now? 3, 4 cents? Fine, but look at the volume, 1.2 million. So you get a double there in the volume. So easy pickings on that one, plus a lot more eyes on the U.S. stock. So I like 24, and the reason why we kind of stopped down yesterday at 24, right down here as a bottom was 24.12. We could take Canada Goose through 24. The only problem is, where do we get out if we're wrong on this one? It's already made a nice little move back to the upside. They're not selling that many jackets. And by the way, today in Toronto, as I look, 27 degrees Celsius, feeling like 35 degrees. So that's pretty warm. You're talking in the 90s right now with the humidity. So Canada Goose, a lot of people not thinking about them, but I know that they love those jackets. So watch out for a 24 break. I'll take it probably lightly, but I think we can get to 24.50 if it does go, guys.
Yeah, we're going to hit the hot dog action on this one. We try to use this at least once a day. SRNE, it's going to be one of those breakdown trades where, like I always say, if you miss the first move and you have a key level that you like, just go back to the well. And we talked about 17. It tried to roll over a couple of times at that price. I missed it the first time. We catch it the second time. Don't quite get $1. We ended with about 85 cents worth of a win. It does bounce off 16 even. I had 97 as my price, able to get out there at 87. So 80-cent win there on SRNE for the last little bit. If it comes back up, I did mention 17 could be a break to the upside. It looks like that could be in play, maybe just for a scalp. Otherwise, this has been a nice short trend. I'd probably first look to fade in front of it to the short side. I just have MARA as the only position I have on right now. I'm not going to force things at 10:30 here, but there's lots of opportunities out there in the market. One of them, Brennan mentioned OXBR. I got stopped out of this one at the open. I think you never want this to happen to you. Certainly should have been giving it a little bit more than that, but I did have a stop at 210. If you look at the rollover trade, it gave you another entry at 2 even, but it's about to take 2 to the upside. I'm looking at a 220 break in particular. Otherwise, maybe a consolidation that can get me in a 2 even. But OXBR is trying to make a secondary pusher. It's already gone 40 cents. If it breaks 220, things could get very, very interesting.
I like Spirit Airlines here, $18.95 on a nice little move back to the upside. We're still up that 3%. That's save right now. If we can crack that, I like the price action that we've gotten on this one straight to the upside right now. Goes Spirit Airlines. If it does break, though, guys, maybe only back down to 75 or so, just in case if we're wrong. This little level break would tell me that we were wrong. So we'll wait to see if this can go through. $18.95, Mr. Wickens.
Another one, guys. Big mover from yesterday. Clean Spark, if you remember, CLSK, another 5% today. This thing was halted a couple of times off of the open yesterday on some volatility, but back to the upside again. We just broke that high from yesterday on a decent volume spike through 13. Right back down, though, so watch CLSK. Guys, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. First of all, we do this every single day the market is open. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Trying to get to 70,000. It's been a long, enjoyable climb, but we broke 69 in the pre-market this morning, trying to get to 70,000, guys. Hit subscribe.
Yeah, you better believe it. It's look, 50,000 was a fun time for us getting to that number, and it feels like literally just yesterday when we were popping a little bit of bubbly to get to that. Gonna get to Kodak in just a quick second, but Sean, got a new position?
Yeah, exactly. 15, breaking through JPM 16. So we'll wait to see how high this one wants to go. I don't know. It breaks through 16 there. I don't want to give this one too much room because, again, Neil just mentioned there, and we're talking about it all the time, is the time of day. So right now, bang, new position alert everywhere. CCL in now at 16.12. Save in at 18.97. And JP Morgan in at 16.02. And guess what? They're all long. So, yeah, we're hoping for a market to get moving here to the upside. CCL, the only trade that's in problem side right now, 16.12 long CCL. Let's see if we can't make the magic happen on some of these names, guys.
Yeah, still looking at Boeing, which cannot get past that 189. So you can probably put in the back pocket that 190 trade. American Airlines trying to bust through 1450 and VWAP itself. I'm looking maybe at this the bottom end of this range for an entry point, maybe in front of 1425 there. Otherwise, it's going to be a break of that little VWAP area that I'll like a little bit better if you're talking about this. AMC was in the news a couple of sessions ago. We talked about sort of the opening up of possibilities of providers being able to own some of these Cineplex, AMC theaters. It came back yesterday. Now I'm looking at a 485 topside break. Relative strength through the roof on this recovery name, plus positive news coming in last week. So watch a 485 on AMC. At least for me, this could be interesting breakout. So do you look at also dually that 50 period? Sean, you like to talk about this as well. Trying to bust above that as well on AMC. So lots of reasons why that could be an interesting breakout. And then through $5 as well. I mean, AMC, it's been a bit of a move the last week or so. Let's see if it can't continue that. But I'm only going long on the break, not here in front of VWAP.
Yeah, okay, we did get into AMD here, so that was a little bit of a mistake. We'll see, because we don't want to be long AMD and then also have to worry about some of these other positions that we have. CCL, a nice little runner here. We're long at 16.12. We just took some out in the 20s, so that's a good little trade there. We're just adding on, man. All we're doing right now is lining up this cash for you guys as we go. So hopefully we can make a little bit of money here today for you as we go on the show. So yeah, right now, good trade. CCL. Nice one to the upside. JP Morgan falls down. We didn't get any out there, so we're going to wait here, man. If this cracks through 79, futures now falling down. So we went hella long, but these stocks went hella short. So we'll wait to see here if JP Morgan can't make its move back to the upside. We're not going to hold on to this forever, like we keep talking about it. We'll wait to see if that trade wants to come in. Spirit Airlines, that's not really moving. 1897 is our long. Again, back down to 1875 is where we're giving this one. So Spirit trying to make a move as well. But right now, JP Morgan, everything moving for us. AMD, a nice little 11-cent win as well. So we're going to have to watch for this. But stocks falling down. There goes, what was that? JP Morgan to the downside, guys.
Yeah, I mean, a good look here. PC Trader, I believe it was one of our members talking about, I just was mentioning AMC and they were talking about Cinemark. Look at the daily chart, bottoming out here and turning around at 10. It hasn't actually sort of crossed through that 50 period. AMC is trying to do that right now. They had AMC at least, had some speculation, buyouts before. Cinemark could be interesting to me. I think it's probably running into some resistance here around that 13 mark. So as I see it come to the upside, there's still some room to go on the break. I feel sick when I'm looking at a particular name and there's a name in the same space has a better move. And good luck to you, PC Trader, for pointing this one out. 1250 coming very, very soon here. I look for maybe a breakout scalp trade. It does look like to me 13 even would run some resistance. So if you're holding on to it, maybe take some profits. It's already a fantastic move. I'm assuming you got that one early. Kudos to you for that.
Okay, things starting to come back a little bit. We did get out of some CCL there. AMD just took a nice little win on that one as well. And then, yeah, nothing else really, believe it or not, right now happening on board. But CCL, we're still long at 12. That one falls down, but we did take out our profits. I told you, we're not going to hold everything long here. But look at the futures. They're making that move back up. I wonder if this is happening over there in some of these NASDAQ names, because some of the names that I'm holding aren't going right now. Yeah, there it is. A nice little move back up in Apple. We're ready for, looks like Money Talks. No, Sector Watch over at the big board there with Brendan.
Hey guys, yeah, we're having a little bit of a technical issue with our software today, so we're going to have a different look at some of the names that are moving to the upside at this point, and some of the sectors that they are involved in. So the top percent advancer right now on the overall S&P is going to be Norwegian Cruise. So on the day, 6.8% to the upside. It's up $1.04. So that's obviously in the cruise line groups here. You can see retail REITs, some television names coming up. Look at all the banks in here, though. So a lot of banks popping up on this list right now. Consumer credit in here as well, also in the financial space. But yeah, there's Simon Property. We talked about it, 6.7%. So red numbers obviously means a little bit of a pullback, blue numbers to the upside. So uptick, downtick, you'll see the change here. As I am talking, so Norwegian Cruise, we have Simon Property, Discovery, another one having a good day here. That was in the television broadcasting I was talking about, 6.9%. 702 if you look at the different class shares. So have a look at Discovery. This one we talked about already. Regions Financial having a nice day as well. RF. to the upside, 6.4%. That one, yeah, up about 75 cents on the day. Capital One, we have Truist Financial, KeyCorp, the entire financial space leading this market higher. You'll see the Dow making up the biggest part of the move to the upside for the overall market. Wynn Resorts, I noticed, leading the way as far as some of the hotels are concerned. So Wynn having a nice day, 2 days in a row here. Which one is that? 6.18% there for Wynn, up about $5 on the day. Wells Fargo there, Royal Caribbean, so on and so forth. So travel names to the upside, the entire NASDAQ offsetting that to the downside. Overall, we're in positive territory. Not a heck of a lot, but a nice day overall for individual names, including some of the financials. Guys, let's go back over to you.
Okay, again, a little bit of a keystroke error, but we buy right back in. So if you see me flipping in and out of JP Morgan there, we did not mean to get out there. So we did sell it at, just to give you guys an update, we sold it at 76 and bought it back at 74. So right now, JP Morgan still in that long. We did get out of about 40% on a 105.75 break, but we still are long JP Morgan, so watch out for that one. Spirit Air, we're still long here. We're giving this back down here to 79 or 80s. We need to break through 19 on Spirit. If we can get that one, then hopefully we can get up to here, 1920 or so to go on Spirit. So right now, JP Morgan, CCL, this is our price. We're long right here at 12. So CCL, we've already cashed out upside on this name. We're not going to hold this one all the way back down here, that's for sure. We'll give this one to about 16 on that break. But right now, the biggest trade for me on right now, obviously net, or not net-wise, exposure-wise, is JP Morgan. So a little 10-cent win right here. We're looking for more. Needs to get back to 106, guys. We'll probably take some off, but I'm still looking at 106 and change on JP Morgan.
Yeah, I took a bit of a break there, a little bathroom break, and stopped into OXBR. Look, we talked about the 220 break. I don't catch it till like 230. I sit down and it's already tested the 250 mark. I sit back down and get about like a 10-15 cent kind of win there, and immediately starts to come back in. We then get a failed break at 250. I'll sort of buy that dip here, see if we can defend some of these levels here. Maybe 225 back on the quarter, but I have re-entered this one. I'll maybe add to the position if we get something around like 230 in front of 225. We mentioned this when it rounded up through 2 even. I was looking at a 220 break. This was that pre-market top level. Unfortunately, getting slipped all the way to 31 because I was not sitting here to make sure we got a better price. But OXBR coming to the upside after a decent short all morning long. It looks like it's trying to break back up, and it's worth noting pre-market levels, the high here, it got all the way past $3. So there's a lot of room to go. The next level up would be about 275 if it continues to the upside, guys.
Okay, yeah, JP Morgan, we took some out there, good trade. I apologize for this wick there. I have to actually, maybe if I zoom in, we can get rid of it, but we're taking some profits out here as JP Morgan looking to come back in. We're going to get out of this one if it does break below 105.50 or so. JP Morgan heated up here, up 5%. What's up, B?
We're just talking about Wynn there a little bit. Here's another one from that group, guys. Melcor Resorts and Entertainment, 4% today. If you're looking for a smaller one, just popping up on volume list here. You can see all these volume spikes that are coming in. Back to the upside. So just broke 20. Back to the upside. Nice look on the daily chart as well for MLCO. Guys.
So just getting more shares of OXBR there. I want to go back to our friend Saris. That's the first time I'll actually say the real name of the company here. McRib trying to make another move. It's put in a couple of higher lows here, and it's trying to come back to the upside. I still look at that 24.50 is the really, really interesting level. I don't think we're going to get it, quite frankly, at this point. But it's still in the back of my head here. But also a 22 short. If we can catch that, I think we'll be back into the short end party. The market is bouncing back, and one name that I was looking at for a potential breakout, which might turn into something different, is Boeing. It's still up 5%. It made a run at that 190, falling short at 189 and change. It's trying to hold above VWAP. I think maybe 187 could be a nice little ramp-up point as we're trying to get back to the upside, mostly the NASDAQ, but also the ES moving as well. So, that ESU 20, that's someone asking what our futures contract are. And we're looking at both the NASDAQ futures, the E-minis, but also looking at, the E-minis on the ES and the NASDAQ futures as well. So we'll jump back and forth. Make sure you're tracking the one that's important to the stocks you're following here. But Boeing, care more about the ES there. 187, if we can bounce off that price. I'll catch it on the way back up with a target somewhere in front of 189. And I still like a 190 break at some point if we get it in Boeing.
Yeah, and right now we do have, okay, so we're out of CCL there, as one of my screens goes haywire there. We're out of CCL, and we're waiting to get out now. JP Morgan just does come and test. It's fine. VWAP's all the way down here on a 1 minute. I think that's being affected. I don't think that's real where VWAP is. I think it's being too much affected by this print down here. VWAP, I have it more right here on my other chart, 105.50. So that's what we're sort of going to use as a breaking point right now on this trade. We're only long at 73. I mean, it's going to be a 20-cent hit. We can stomach that one, that's for sure. But right now, that's what we're looking at right now on JP Morgan. We will get out of that if it happens to us. But Spirit Airlines, man, I mean, we're long at 97. I hate keep talking about it because it's only 3 pennies in the money, but we are trying to get upside now. So let's see if Spirit can do that. We'll zoom back out a little bit here. I'm looking for some consolidation here. That's 05s. We need to get through there. Then that next spot is 20. So there it goes. The first spot is breaking through 19. We will take some off at 05 here, and then, or maybe 04, 03, something like that. And then we'll wait to see if we can get this 15 print. I think we could. So that's a name that we're looking for right here. That saves Spirit Airlines. Needs to get going. Come on, man. Get through 01. Let's see if we get some 02s, 03s. What's up, B?
Another one we were looking at yesterday, guys. This one had earnings yesterday. Big move higher, but we're right back down today. So T2 Biosystems, TTOO on the NASDAQ, 7%. The market kind of trying to climb its way back higher. This one's struggling. $2 right above here. A little bit of resistance for TTOO, guys.
Yeah, I got to add that one back to my list. I don't know why I took that off of my board. I just want to get back to NVAX for a quick second there. Again, trying to test that 162. This time breaking through, but sliding immediately back in. I think at some point, this is going to have to be a level that we're going to short in front of. But I think if it goes a third time, I'll take the break out there. I don't necessarily going to keep betting that it's going to go too much higher. 170 would be a little bit ridiculous of a retracement given what we've seen. But I think that 162, when the floodgates do open up, gives you another, 1, 2, maybe even a $3 winner there. So, going to continue that train. We already went 1 for 1, but got stopped out in the last little third break even. I'll go 162 one more time here before at least thinking about a short if that fails.
Disney, okay, so XOM, we're looking at that. Oh, we talked about GE a little bit today, in that we did like that name off the open, and yeah, we did. All the way up here. Oh, wow, it stops at 7. There was probably huge size there at $7 that we missed, but it stops basically at 7 and turns all the way around and starting to make a move backside right now on GE. So it has a bouncing spot here at 88. We see that clear as day. Maybe this is a trade through 90 here and give it back to 88. See if we can't get a winner on General Electric today, up 3.5%. If we want to, we could take this long. Maybe we should. Long through 90. Let's maybe, I don't know if I want to take some 88s or not. We could break through 88 and test 87s. Let's see if we can get picked up on the bid here for a few shares and then get out if it does break back down below 88. But we'll see if we get picked up on the bid. It just goes back and forth, man. 43 million shares. I do think we can at least test back up here. They may want to see this size again at 7. So let's wait to see if something happens upside here with GE.
Yeah, just watching Tilray. This is a name that we kind of like to see if it could have held below that 6.9. It was actually 6.87 if you wanted to be technical about it. A bit of a break at that price, but only goes a few cents there and turns right around. It just bounced and made a double low here. I want to be on the short side of Tilray, and I think we're going to take a shot at it if it rolls back through 7 even. Just worth noting, I'm going to likely scalp some of it out in front of the low of the day. That was the level we identified in the pre-market, and I don't want to get too greedy about it. If you can get a 10-cent, 15-cent win initially on a break to the downside, just playing short in the pop situation, we'll go ahead and do that, guys. We took the shot over in OXBR twice. The initial break worked. The reload did not. So, the short was sort of a mixed bag for us. It was in the money. We had a nice win, and then we took a hit on the last little bit. And the same thing's going to happen with the long. So overall, OXBR had 2 good setups, but not necessarily great executions. We'll see what we can do with this Tilray if it breaks down below 7 even, catching the short.
Yeah, not sure what happened. My stop, I guess, did not hit here because JP Morgan, I talked about getting out at 50. Now it breaks down. So missed out there on JP Morgan. It's all good, but we do miss that on the downside there of JP Morgan. We wanted to get the break at 50 there. there. We don't. So now it starts bouncing off this VWAP, which is not correct to begin with anyways. So let's go back down here. These levels, 104.80 and change. Good little level here. We're having to hold this one a little more than we thought we would. We'll put an order back at 105.50. See if we can't get out on that break. But yeah, 104.80, a nice possibility here. If it breaks that, then there's going to be a huge problem for JP Morgan on the downside. But we are into our GE. So GE long here, 89.50. We take the midpoint on this name. Let's see how high GE wants to run up. We do have a bottom of 87, so a break of 87 will give us our trade through that. So right now, GE, we're hoping for an upside break. 89.50 is the long. It's money talk already. Not much happening in crypto land. Let's see if there's anything going down with some Forex.
Hey guys, yeah, currency time. Yeah, U.S. dollar going down today once again. So 2 days in a row, we're seeing some strength with anything else compared to the U.S. dollar. We were talking about that a little bit later. Same story today. The euro extending gains 0.3% to the upside today, 117.7. Our Canadian dollar here, 75, almost back to where we were about a week and a half ago. So 75.5 we got up to, 75.2 today for the CAD. It got up above 75.3, but a little bit of a pullback here on some U.S. dollar weakness. As I mentioned, British pound, same story, 0.1%, 130.8. Japanese yen, Swiss franc, kind of doing the opposite thing today. Japanese yen had a nice move up on some numbers overnight over in Japan, 0.4% for the yen, 106.4 to the upside. Both Australia and New Zealand higher on the day. Yeah, Sean was mentioning not a lot going on with cryptos today, both Bitcoin and Ethereum to the downside, the two we like to follow. About the same, 2.3% here for both, back to 11,500. Got almost up to 12,200 yesterday on Bitcoin. So a bit of a pullback once again for Bitcoin. Let's go back over to Neil.
Thank you very much there, Brendan. Just a couple of people talking about Boeing. Yeah, it's making a nice little roundup. I'm going to give you a bit of a deeper look here in the 3 minutes, just so you can see the gap up and the move through 180. And then, of course, now testing that 190 area. I was looking to see if we could catch something down on 187, view up on a pullback, and then play this, sort of fade into it, as opposed to taking the breakout. But I'll still take 190 if that's going to be the only trade we can get. We'll be all over that one. It's just, look, it's either going to be two-tone for me. 187.50, 186, 760. That type of an entry point into Boeing or break through the high of the day is going to be the play. NVAX does not give us the entry at 162. So another time, another test. It is continuing to try to consolidate and make that breakout. I'm still locked and loaded as I check here, ready to go through that 162, guys. I think it's going to be a fantastic trade there. I just want to make a note here, guys. You know, we're very, very close, and hit that like and subscribe. We're going to get close to that 70,000 mark, which sort of very humbling. It blows us away that we have all that kind of support. And I'm seeing the guys in the chat here. You stand out a little bit more, and we do apologize to everyone. We know it moves fast. I know you have a lot of questions, a lot of symbols you want us to get to. It's just very difficult for us to scroll through. And while we're actually actively trading, and you get those emojis, you can stand out in green there. And some of our members definitely get their stocks shouted out. And we're talking about Boeing and NVAX, some of these fast movers. I do want to jump back over to Cruise Land. We've talked about CCL, maybe not as much about NCLH here. Norwegian possibly testing back to the 16 even area. Worth noting, right off the open, this was the open range bottom at 930, like 932 or so, making another ramp up, trying to hold this 16. I think it's a good scalp trade there to go to the south side. So it's not that I'm necessarily betting against the stock up 6-7%. I just like it as a short-term trade through 16. Give it to VWAP. Maybe it makes a move down to that 1575 and then retest that 1516 bottom. You are seeing the market try but fail to get much higher here on a bounce. I'm looking at 16 even on a breakdown on Norwegian. Brendan, what do you got for us?
I guess because everybody else seems to be updating their vaccine progress today. J&J here, guys, just coming out with a little headline saying their phase 3 trial results set to be released anywhere from year end to mid next year. So not a very specific date on that one, but J&J to the downside today. Not necessarily on that news, but they also out with an update on their vaccine progress. Guys.
We need Randy to stay alive. So, Randy, I hope you don't choke too badly there on that.
Choking on that fruit salad.
Yeah, choking on some fruit salad in the background there. Okay, JP Morgan still bouncing around, man. This 105.50 or 105.11 area. We are going to try to get some more shares on this one very soon. Hopefully, we'll get some in the teens. But here we go, making moves to the upside. Here goes JPM. I hope. Okay, and GE. Here we go. It's not a home run, but we'll hit a cowbell because here we go. A nice little move upside there on GE. So we take some shares. You can afford to put on risk on this name. We'll take a little bit out here. We're long 89.50. We're coming up to this VWAP. We'll take some out at 92. Then we'll see there's a big ARCA sitting right here at 93, sorry. And then we'll see what happens at 95. But for now, a decent win here on GE. Like we mentioned to you, we were going to take this one long and then try to get it back up to VWAP. So depending on the shares you have, not an overall horrible trade at all here for GE going to the upside.
Another shot here in NVAX for me through 162, but I look at Overstock and just continue to be blown away by this name. Through $100 now, OSTK. Look, I mean, selling off to 85. So we talked about that little sell-off on some of these tech names, and then bouncing back to the upside. Nothing as strong there as OSTK. And as I mentioned that, Fastly is going to be my biggest regret of the day. It continues to slide down. There hasn't been a bid at any point in Fastly. It's tried to bounce off 73.50, tried to bounce off 75. We're looking at 72.50. I'm not necessarily overwhelmingly loving the bottom pick here. It did already bust through the first level 74 that we thought, if it gets to like 70 even, I will be likely taking a shot. If it goes another couple of dollars here, I'm probably going to take a shot at Fastly through 70. Hasn't gotten there yet, but at some point, I'm going to draw a line in the sand, and it's likely to be at 70 even.
What up, B?
Bristol Myers having a nice day, guys. They had a gastric cancer treatment that had positive trial results, meeting their end goal as far as the trial is concerned. 3.6%, yeah, for BMY. Just broke 64 there on an alert, guys.
I love Bristol Myers. So a nice little stock there to trade. We'll look at Bristol for sure. I do like that name. Okay, so JP Morgan does make its way back up a little bit. I cannot believe we didn't get anything long. We are literally sitting right here at 105.10. We don't get any, but now coming back to the upside just a little bit. We're still long at 105.70, so we are not even close to thinking that this one's done with, but 105.70, still waiting to get a new break high on JP Morgan, so let's watch out for that one. GE, we did take them out some at 92. Like I said, we'll put some here at 93 and see if we can't get out the rest. But GPM, GE, a nice little air horn right there. Long down here at 89, out now at 92. And again, it's all about share sizes, right? If you're going to trade baby style and just take a couple shares here, not a good one. But if you take a couple thousand, you can make your little $100 here, something like that. So I would take out GE right now. If you guys can, take some out now. We're going to wait out. There's a big size here at 94. It can get killed. It's not a big problem. It's 45 million shares. That's only 240,000. But just thought I'd give you guys that update. We are going to be taking more out at 93. And then let's hold and see if we get back up to this consolidation of 97, guys.
Yeah, just having a quick look here at the name Brendan brought to us here, and of course that's TTOO. I'm looking at 198 where there was a bit of a seller here. I wasn't able to see on level 2 when it was trading if this is an iceberg, but if that's what I see, a big size there, or I'd almost prefer an iceberg order at that 198 to even area. I might take a breakout style trade on TTOO. It is coming back in almost, was down 10% at one point actually, but not anymore. So it should be short sell restricted. That won't matter if we catch a break to the upside. It's definitely consolidating and holding this price range. I also noticed a bit of a buyer in NVAX at 161.50. I might pick up some more shares there. I'm going to stop at 161 anyway. So if I see a buyer supporting it, I'm just going to jump into that party as well and see if I can't take advantage of it. Literally have ignored a rocket today. And probably to my chagrin here, $20 even. I don't know how many stocks I'm going to see have sell-offs that bounce right off of an even level this morning and then rocket back to the upside. Pardon the pun. 21 even is the level I'm interested in right now because it is retesting it to the downside. Down 3%. It is worth, of course, looking at the last couple of sessions here to notice. It has been in a bit of a free fall since 25 was a top a few sessions ago. Is it going to make a bottom at 20 again? I don't know, but I'm going to take a shot shorting through 21. Likely would be all out of it if it ever got to 20 even and looking for a bit of a bounce off that opening range bottom. So Rocket still on the radar, 21 break to the downside, but if it gets to 20, we're going long. And don't get too far away from Fastly, I'm going to be taking my shot there. If I see 70, I'm going for it.
70 already on Fastly.
It's 72.50. I just saw it. It just has no bid today.
Wow, I might have to buy some of that stock. Not here for the show, but maybe myself. Okay, breaking through 105.50. Let's take more JP Morgan and say screw you, JP Morgan. This was that breaking spot there. We should have gotten out on the break the first time at 105. So we are taking some out here in the 40s for a little bit of a loser. But if it wants to get back going, let's go, because I like JP Morgan long today, 4.76%. And again, we haven't really lost on it. We're still holding the shares. It hasn't been a good entry spot for us. And again, guys, I have no idea what's being said through there. So the sooner, the better, or the smaller.
I think we got I'm going to have Valeria coming up for the European update in just a quick second there. I just want to note NVAX trying to come back up and literally bracketed by $1. Let me see if I can get the level 2 up to you guys here on NVAX. Bracketed by $1 was bracket orders. Iceberg orders, 61.50 that I took some more shares long in front of, and then 62.50. So I'm sitting here and maybe thinking about taking some off a little bit shy of my target, just simply to be able to reload back in front of 61.50. I'll go ahead and do that, but I need to get over to Valeria at the big screen because it is time for our European update.
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, welcome to the European update. Europe is in a very positive territory today. Spain is leading up 2.67%. Italy is up 2.62%. Britain is up 1.34%. Russia is up 1.38%. And France is up 2.22%. German fashion retailer Zalando jumped 3.4% today after reporting and more than doubling of its sales on the website. That's all with the Europe, and I'll keep you updated. Back to traders.
Thank you, Valeria. And coming out of that one, why not use Slaying the Dragon? And there goes NVAX busting through. And of course, I take a third out on that iceberg order because I see 162.50, thinking I can get the re-entry point down here. Yeah, that's not going to be the case, but we're approaching 163.50 to the upside. I'm going to see if we can't take a few more shares off here. Forward will be about a $2.50, close to $3 winner. Look, NVAX has been one of my best stocks of the session so far. It's been a couple of longs, but I know there's much to improve on our technique. I did get a breakout trade back at 158. I took it off a little bit early. I tried to hit the home run at 162, did not get it out on that rollover there, and also missed the reload of view up. That's what I'm actually upset about. Should have been an obvious reload on the way back up, whether it was back at 158 or maybe at 157. Either way, we're not into that 162 break. We're able to catch a reload at 161.50. That's what I have on now. Those shares are in the money, $3. I did say I'm not expecting 170, so I'll be all out in front of 165, guys. But a couple of nice wins for you here in NVAX. Certainly a lot to learn about getting bigger winners than that with a little bit more efficient trading, especially on those reloads.
Yeah, GE. Okay, so we took out the majority of this on GE right here, 91s again out. So long here, 89, out some 92s, out some 91s, and now we're flat. We have 20%, well, not flat, we have 20% left here on GE. And yeah, we did get more shares. I mean, now JP Morgan doesn't want to go up. So we did get some more shares on JP Morgan. We're going to dump these if they break down below 105.20, yeah, 25-ish or so. If it doesn't go, we gave it one more shot here, breaking through 50. And now it's retracing back to the downside. So again, I have a feeling this will go. So we will get out of half. And then if it does break 105 and change, we'll get out of the rest. But I do like JP Morgan thinking about going to the upside here as we go, but it's been sort of tough sledding. We did miss our initial out there, not sure what happened, but we did get some back out at 105.40, so that was good. So we sort of lick our wounds a little bit there, but now we just need it to go. I'm trying to get some out in the 70s, which is this top and these little executions. So if we get some out in the 70s, that'd be fantastic. But for right now, JP Morgan long, Spirit Airlines fell down, and we did get some out. So we did get out there 1905, 1904, like we said, and then it tips down below our breaking spot there. So just to give you an update there, Spirit Airlines is out. We don't have that anymore. And other than that, man, nothing on board here. Just seeing if some of these stocks want to fall.
It's 11 o'clock and haven't hit the floss in a few days here, but I did take some shares out there. 163.18. So our initial entry point was 62s. We did add some at 161.50. Those last shares we just got out for just over that $2.50, which I said I would take. I'm still hanging on to some here. And like I've sort of mentioned the entire way, and I just tweeted out, I don't think we're getting back to 170. I'd be very, very surprised if we got to 179 back. So for me, I'd like to be seeing it test 165. If I get a failure at that price, I'll just manually get out. Otherwise, if it breaks through, I'm going to use that momentum to my advantage to see if we can't get some more. So it's going to be no trailing stop for me here. Going to manually see if I can't hold through this 165 area, see how it trades. If it busts through and immediately snaps back down, I'll just jump out. If it holds above and makes another run, I'll use those stops getting broken for some momentum to the upside. But I'll definitely be out if it tests 170 even. I can't see any way we're going all the way back on NVAX.
NVAX.
As I'm long, I keep saying that. It's a little crazy.
Oh, man. SPG fading back down, too, as well. Okay. Whoever.
Let's go to Kodak here, guys. Just seeing a little bit of an update to this story as far as the SEC investigation goes with Kodak. So just reading through this, it's basically pointing towards a similar bounce that the stock had way back when they announced that they were going to get into the blockchain and cryptocurrency world. It had a similar 500+% move over the next few days just to come right back down to the downside. So the SEC kind of wondering why the stock's up 600% just because of that announcement of a $750 million loan. So they made that a little bit more clear. But Kodak once again today, fading that gap, initial gap to the upside, $12 down to $10.50 now, down 2% now, guys.
Yeah, you know, I was waiting for that 10 even area. We did mention 10.50. No, Brendan, you were talking about that in the afternoon. We were mentioning the stock. So I might take one shot just because it's been holding so well at this 10.50. There is one wick down where it tested through. The volume's not fantastic, so I don't know that you jump into too much size. I just want to quickly say that I am going to get out of that last little bit of NVAX, and I'll review it in a second. But I'm going to get a stop through 10.50. I like 10 even as well, but I might take two trades to the short side on Kodak, a 10.50 break and a 10 even break. NVAX, I said we look at that 165. I just saw, look, and I might have got psyched out here. And again, this is my bias thinking that we're not going to go to that 170 mark. So I just saw it round out at that 165. I punch out there at 64.41. So we do end up with a nice $3 winner. Unfortunately, the second I get out, psych, right through 165 even. We'll see what happens. I'm not betting that we're going to 170. If we get there, I'm likely to take a shot in front of 170 even shorting on NVAX. It's only been long so far. It's been my number one stock of the day. Actually, it just became my number one stock of the day, taking over for SRNE Sorrento there. But I will take a shot if we get to 170 short, just like I'll take a shot at Fastly in front of 70 even.
JP Morgan trying to take some shots with this one. It's back above 105.50 now. So, okay, it's trying to go. We'll see if it does want to go. But 105.50, again, look at this wick down there. Again, our charting platform, because we do have direct market access, it does chart everything, and that's a deep print, so I got to get those out. But 105.57 is the highest this guy goes. So this is, the biggest position right now on board. So that's why we keep on talking about it and keep looking to see what kind of damage this wants to do to the downside. And I don't want to drop it, but this should have gone by now. So it's making me slightly nervous that it hasn't. So let's wait to see if JP Morgan can keep going. I would love to get this thing obviously into the 70s where we'll be taking some out. So right now, JP Morgan, that's the name of the game right here for me. Let's see how far this thing wants to go down before it goes up. And I think we've maybe absorbed the downside there, 105.15, moving up now. Look, we need some more subscribers. We're trying to get to 70,000. So hit that like and hit that subscribe button today, guys. We'll try to get there. It's been a big day. We're needing to get 70,000. We were really happy at 50. Now we're at 70. Next up, 100. Let's get to 70 first. Thank you so much, guys. If you can, hit that like and subscribe.
And you know what the value of all those subs in this community is, guys? I wasn't even looking at Workhorse, so I see a bunch of our members joining in there. So definitely get that membership up. You stand out like a sore thumb. And I see you guys pounding the table on Workhorse. I'm not sure what just happened, but we just bounced heavily off of 15 even. Just worth noting, it's sort of off the open here, 15.50, 5, not 15.50. Looks like that would be that second level of a breakout. There was also 15.60 here in the pre-market, but that's on really light volume. But coming to the upside, strong Workhorse. Watch out, 15.55, secondary push. If it comes back in, definitely going to be defending VWAP for a shot. I think Brendan has something for us, though.
For all you gamers out there, Super League Gaming, guys, teaming up with a company called Greenlight Go to combine to work on some production aspects of the gaming world as well. So SLGG is the stock here on the NASDAQ, up 11.2%. 1.4% today. Nice look on the intraday time frame. Holding this 340 area right now. We've had a multi-day move from $2 up to about 350. Big time levels though for Super League Gaming, guys.
Super League Gaming, why not? Can I just call it Slug? I like giving nicknames to these stocks, a little bit easier to see here. The volume's only okay. I did just miss out on Kodak, and I should have said this. Every single time I try to go short on the bid on a stock that's short sell restricted, we should mention that you can't hit the bid. You need to wait for an uptick. So when it breaks that 1050, you're gonna fire. I'm gonna fire a limit order out, and then we're gonna hope to catch a fill there. So I might actually have to get this one on the way back up. I'll try the same thing at 10. I've mentioned that all morning that I like both those short prices. We do miss the first, but that is the risk. If you try to hit the bid on a short sell restricted stock, sometimes you're not going to get in. You have to wait for the pop. I'll probably see if it doesn't go through that 1050, maybe give you something better than that, like the fail break idea, shake some people out, give me like 60s or 70s, but I am going short in front of 1080 if it comes back up, and I'm still going to try at 10 even. No guarantee you get those shares when you cross down on a short sell restricted name like Kodak.
Okay, I'm going to get these shares as well here, just putting in a pay for short. So again, we have the ability to get these shortable shares if they're on board for us. Okay, JP Morgan, here we go. There it goes. We get out there as it breaks through 30. We talked about that. So to the downside goes JP Morgan. Yeah, okay, so we are going to accept those. Wow, 1 cent for Kodak. Give me a break. That's pretty cheap. Okay, we're going to go on side here. JP Morgan does fall down and continues. So we're going to wait to see what this name wants to do. We're still holding a little bit left, half to be exact. So that's why our price is a little bit better now at 54 as opposed to 70. But again, I don't want to give up on this name, but it does look like it wants to give up itself here, and it just keeps coming back down. 105 break could be something on JP Morgan. So I'm thinking we'll take another bit of shares right now. If it does get back above, I don't know, man, this VWAP is scaring me. 105.45. We'll try one more time through this, and then that will be it. And then we'll give it a 105 break, but 105.45 on the long side here of JP Morgan. Let's give it one more shot, guys.
So, you know what, sometimes we talk about bias and what are the reasons why you miss a trade, and missing out on that Boeing break that we did mention pre-market here, 185.20. It did put me in that long sort of bias at 190. Look, and I still like a break at 190. This is the target that we had for the long, and the price we turned around at. We thought maybe a double top break gives you another entry. Usually at this time of day, if at 11 o'clock you have a double top and it turns around, I'm going to be shorting this. But I wasn't even looking for the short because of a long bias. That's a huge mistake on my part. Obvious entry point. You're probably risking 50 cents to make right back to that 187 that we were talking about earlier. Let's see if we can hold up back at this 185, 186 area. If we catch any kind of a bounce, I'll try a little bit of a scalp long. But yeah, you're right. We did see some of the members talking about Boeing. I should have been all over that trade. I hope somebody got it. Still maintain. I'm going to like that 190 break if we get it today, tomorrow, whenever it does happen. But first, let's see if we can hold 186 and catch a bit of a bounce off the bottom.
Okay, GE back upside here, back to 91, so whatever. We're still going to give this one at least a VWAP here. So if you see me holding anything, it's GE and it's JPM. So we did reload again back up here on JP Morgan to the upside again. I have to get rid of, I will get rid of this wick for you guys here in a minute. My chart looks ridiculous, but JP Morgan, we did buy again at 38. So we're waiting for that break. Unfortunately, it's just been back and forth and around for us on JP Morgan. Get away from me, chart. We'll see if that one can do something now more to the upside. And my target again for this has to be up here, a break of 106 again. We'll see if we can't get that money back that we've already lost on JP Morgan. But long right now, 105.50, looking good, but not great. We need this thing to go back to the upside. We're breaking out a little bit now, so that would be a good trade for us. Looking at more charts over here on this side, giving us a little bit of a heads up. 105.70, that's still a good target for us on this. We'll take a little bit out if we get there, and then we'll wait for 106.
Yeah, now I find myself one of those situations that you mentioned sometimes, Sean. I'm short in Norwegian here while long in Boeing as it's falling like a rock. But again, testing that bottom. It's actually 185.70. That's the bottom on Boeing. I might take one shot to get more shares in, but I just got the 16 break on Norwegian, and man, this looks like a better position than that Boeing long. We'll see what happens here. If I get stopped out of Boeing, we're going to be hanging on to this Norwegian trade. I'm still trying to figure out how to get into Kodak. It's just holding like 1036 to 1040. So no break back up at that 1050 area. While also not actually giving you that 10 even break to the downside. But new position alert, Norwegian through 16. Let's see if we can't test it down first to 1580, this little level here, and then hopefully to the low of the day. The market still trying to hold positive, but that's only over in the ES. NASDAQ still in negative territory, despite a big bounce it just made in the last couple of minutes.
Okay, and we're just trying to see about this JP Morgan trade here. Did we get some out there? No, we did not. That spike up incorrect, up to 106 and change. Let's watch these futures. The futures now trying to make this little V-shaped recovery here, although it looks kind of like a broken out M or W or something. We'll see if we get back up to the day's high. And look, until we get up to 33.75 or so, this JP Morgan probably be cracked up. So we'll wait to see on that one. Moving to the upside, we're trying to get some out right now. This would be nice if we can get it. We're up here at 6.9. Let's go. Come on, give us a trade. There it is. So a nice little win there. Finally, thank you, JP Morgan. We did obviously take too many out on the downside, but we were nervous about this 105 break. So now we've got it 17 pennies in the money. We can't make it all back until we get to 106. So let's see if that one comes through for us at all. What's up, Beep?
Just double checking on the real, guys. REAL up 10.6% today. Yeah, nice move. Just broke 17 there to make day highs on a volume spike. They reported actually a week ago and beat. Nice earnings report for them. I believe it was this day here. We got up through 15, but yeah, another move to the upside for the real. Not seeing any significant headlines, but day highs here on a volume spike for REAL, guys.
The only really real is the really yo, my good friend, not my good friend, but Grand Puba. And if you know who that classic hip-hop artist is, I'd be very surprised. Shout out, if anybody actually has any idea and can name one of his songs without Googling it, I'll be very impressed and give you a shout out on air for that one. I'm willing to bet almost none of the guys in the crew can name that one there. I finally get into Rocket and RKT. We did mention this one through 21. We liked it. I just got slipped to 2090, but very much like Kodak, this is the break, and this is me trying to catch shares on the break to the downside. It goes immediately 50 pennies down, but it's short sell restricted. So you're going to miss out on that downside action. I do catch it on the way back, sort of in front of this 15 area. We'll give it that 25 cents and see if it retraces. Rocket has been on the downside since failing twice at 25 even. We're going to take this short. We'll risk about 25 cents to try to make 40 to 50. Otherwise, it's 20 even before I would try to bottom pick here.
Okay, finally, JP Morgan, now 30 cents in the money. Let's take some more out. There it is, another out at 81. Yeah, so JP Morgan upside, 35 cents, now in the money. So, yeah, we're going back to the upside. I talked about 106 coming through on JP Morgan. Let's see if that happens. Damn it, we just got out a little too early on that one, and we would have been monstrous. But right now, JP Morgan upside, what a great trade. This is our initial long, was 106. So we battle all the way back and making dreams happen right here on this name. So nice little move upside, JP Morgan. Still a negative stock for us, but we won't stop taking some profits on this name as we go as well. And then GE, oh man, this stock is just putting us to sleep. We got out of 80% of it up here. So, I mean, realistically, this thing can go all the way back down to day's low. I think I'll give it that room to move. So JP Morgan, what happened there? Oh, we got out of a little bit too many shares. Something triggered. Oh, we had an 88 up there. So that's a good trade. Explode the money on JP Morgan there. Nice little 40-cent win to go. We took out some 88s there. Good for us. Didn't realize it as it drops down 18 cents. So that just goes to show you need to have some orders out so that when your targets are missed, you don't have to be on the name to hit it. Mr. Wickens.
A little clean energy name, guys. Canadian content here. Dual listed, WPRT. You can also trade it here in Toronto. 15% move today after earnings. Aftermarket yesterday were better than expected for WPRT, guys.
I'm genuinely surprised by the number of people that got Grand Puba right there. So absolute classic. I see a few people, some wrong guesses, brand Nubian, but a good look for all of you that got it. I saw you there, Jason Johnson, and a few other of our members that caught it. I have no idea if the rest of the crew knows it. I saw someone ask about a rocket ship, whatever the heck we want to call it, RKT. Nice little move here. It tries to go through my stop at 21.15, turns at 10s. I'll catch more shares on the rollover. Again, we're just basically risking 15, 20, maybe a little bit more depending on slippage, and see if it can make a secondary push right back down to that 2050 mark. It's just been in a downward trend. It did have one nice break that I think was an opportunity at 21 even, and then look at it defend that same price. Similar story here. Can it make a break of 21 and then defend it on the way down? Rinse and repeat that, kind of reverse it, turn it upside down, see if it can work, guys. I do see, you get a question, how can I short RKT if it's short sell restricted? That's SSR is a rule that applies to how you can get into a short trade. What it means is if you're trying to sell to the bid, and you show my level 2 here, here's the bid, 20.99. If you guys will show my level 2, my screen, I could show you guys the bid. Okay, thank you guys. It is what it is. No one's paying attention to me. But it just basically means if you can try to sell to the bid, I want to aggressively take out this buyer at 21 even or 20.97. I can't do that unless there is an uptick, and that means the last print on the time and sales is green and a buy. Then you can take out that bid. It's a rule that comes into play if a stock moves down 10%. It applies for the rest of that session and the following session. So of course, RKT coming off of $25 goes short sell restricted. It doesn't mean you can't short sell it. It just means you can't aggressively remove liquidity from the bid in order to get into a short sell without an uptick. Sean and I have been trading so long that when we started, the uptick rule was across the board, and believe me, that was a pain in the butt shorting on a downward trend.
Yes, it was. 105.50. I don't know. I don't want to give this JP Morgan. I mean, we've made all of our money back, not on JP Morgan, but it's been raining down today on a lot of names for us. We're basically only 2 negative stocks today, and that would be Save. AMD's positive. Save, or close to positive. Save and JP Morgan, 2 negative stocks, but we are long now at 105.54. It's just funny that, we go long here, and I just got to learn to hold a little bit more on these plays as we can go, because all of these longs are basically all in the money right now, yet I'm negative on the stock. So it broke. I got to look back and learn a little bit more about what I'm doing here trading. 19 years experience, maybe not enough. Okay, NIO right now, NEO, we take that off the open. This is what I always do when this name is in play, and that is we go long off the open or short. I just like the plays off the open here as it starts to move to the upside again. And I did want to give a big shout out. I already do have 3 more. Let's see, 39. Ooh, do we get to 6,400 followers? Maybe we can do that. But 39, 63, 69 right now on the followers. Follow me, Trader TV. I answer all of your questions. 50 plus yesterday there. A little early look here. And if you guys didn't see here, I'm giving everybody a shot at V early on there. You can see always smiling. That's so nice. And then 50 plus Twitter DMs yesterday with 45 likes. So thank you so much. I know you guys appreciate that. Send me some messages and let's get all uppity on that one. Also, Instagram as well. You want some more personal stuff? Here's my boy Kevin O'Leary. Hoping to get him back on very, very soon. And we'll talk to more about watches. He wants to talk about that Seiko Superman watch. Also, MindMed. We had him on to promote some of that. But hit the subscribe button, guys. It's the like to subscribe. I don't have it on my board. If you guys could hit that for us. There it is, coming up on cue there. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, become a member, do all that nice stuff. We're trying to get to 70,000. Would be kind of cool. Look, if you don't want to become a member, that's cool, that's fine. Support the show if you can. But definitely hit that subscribe button. Those numbers help us, guys. We are currently sponsored up by Lewis Daniels watch right now. That's going to get bigger and better. Here it is. Go on the side shot here. This is a gorgeous looking watch. The light's not good. Go on this shot. Actually, here we go. There it is. A little bit better there. The Lewis Daniels watch ad, still too blurry on all that. But if you did want to bid on some fine art, we do have my daughter here, has done very nice pieces of art here for you. It's not up for bidding, of course. This is the Wall of Fame. So I love you, my baby. Thank you for everything. And we'll see you tonight. She's a gymnast right now and a crazy one at that. So what's up to you?
Wow. I don't know how I haven't looked at this one today here, Sean. Penn Gaming. No, I think we did talk about this when it made a double bottom here at 45.70 or so, 45.60. But approaching 48.50 to the upside. I just want to show you the carnage, and of course, people are talking about continuously that even the college football is going to be done. I don't see any way that does happen. I mean, some of the power conferences are holding out. It just seems like a matter of time before that's done. Baseball, okay. Basketball looks like it's fine. Hockey doing okay. But you did see a massive pullback after failing through $50 on Penn, and we're right back up here at 48. It's the time of day that I like rollovers. So in front of the high of the day, I'm likely to take a bit of a short trade through 48 if it does break. maybe risk about 30, 40 cents to the high of the day. Brennan, what do you got?
It is the week of stock splits, apparently. Actinium here, ATNM on the NYSE exchange. 1 for 30 reverse split here. So a big move. Obviously, not actually 2,500%, but we are trading back at $10 after this thing was obviously a penny stock yesterday. So ATNM, if anyone's wondering, that was a stock split, guys.
Yeah, you always have to watch out for those. I mean, I saw what was a completely ridiculous price action on Top Ships when it had its split. And that was, you know, a lot of times you'll have people trading that maybe in the morning or whatever it might be that quite frankly don't know what's going on. I think that was the case here when Top Ships had its 25-1 reverse split. 9-cent stock, 225 would be that price. And then I guess some people just thought, yeah, what an unbelievable selling opportunity. Usually, yes. Down to $1, 50%. Yeah, that was a bit ridiculous. You do see the price action coming back in. It's kind of a sleepy trade today. But if you ever see that, there's got to be a bottom somewhere. That was the equivalent of a 9-cent stock dropping to 4 cents in the pre-market. And once it started coming back in, there was volume, there was opportunity. If I see that happen again, and had to come in a little bit early for that at 7:30. But if I'm sitting here at 7:30 and see that, I'm going to jump into the long side trade. Missed it by a few minutes there. Just jumped into that Penn Gaming trade, 47.97. We got in on that 48 break, so it's working in the money for me now. Just gonna let you guys know, no, I'm not gonna take 20 cents on that trade. The first leg out will be in front of 60s, hopefully a 47.50 break. Ultimately, the last third out in front of VWAP, that'd be 47 even.
I see this Walmart and Instacart partner for same-day U.S. delivery. But so we go over to Walmart here, and I don't really see a whole hell of a lot of action happening on it. Maybe it's a story Brendan has. What's up?
No, I didn't actually, but I did read that a little bit earlier. Walmart not really doing anything on that news, guys. Just want to mention this one. Sorrento just popping up on a volume alert once again. 60 million shares on SRNE once again today. Just broke 18 for the second time, this time to the upside for SRNE, guys.
Oh, yeah, about that break. So I should be happy in the money on NCLH breaking down 1590 and Penn's working and Rockets in the money. But we should have been all over this breakout. I mean, I kind of look at this here. We had a good short at 17, but 17.50 I think is a better price to the long side there. I was also looking for this range break at 18.76, not thinking it was going to come into play after almost getting $1 on the short. Yeah, seems like it. However, if it ever fails at the turnaround point, at least the closest one in the pre-market, or off of the open, and that would be this 18.75 for the time being, that would be a short for me as well. Sorrento, worth noting how far it came. $21 in the pre-market, so long ways away from that, $3 away. Shorts, NCLH, Penn, and Rocket, all in the money for now. Don't have any long trades with the market rebounding here, Sean.
Man, that's Sorrento. Yeah, what a great break that was. What is that, 1820? I can take that. SRNE, let's see. This name, obviously, I've been crushing Sorrento when I've traded it, but didn't trade it today and wish I would have. I don't look at a lot of these names, and I should, because every time I seem to touch these things, it's cash. So 1750, yeah, what a great break. I mean, how easy is that break right there? 1750, thanks for bringing this to my attention there today. Yeah, 61 million. It doesn't get any. This is the easiest trade to go here. Almost as easy as this one right now as well, 1720. If these things want to break tops, we'll be there to take it. The only problem with this top break is it was bunched up right here. You get no bunching up here at all. You can see there's nothing traded. So when that breaks, it's no problem. This break, I guess, a little tricky because you have this in the way, but that's what I'm talking about right here. Clean up. Upside there, Sorrento. I believe that they have the saliva test. So if this can get going, man, this solves a lot of problems in classrooms and whatnot. 1822 to go here on Sorrento. Your boy will try that for sure. We also did look at Kodak earlier. I didn't have the shortable shares, but I don't think it got much easier than that one either. Like on this break right here, that was great. 1050, just straight down, only 15 cents. So I probably would have wanted a little bit more on that. 1050. We can break Kodak back down here. Let's look at quickly a 5-minute chart just to see what levels were here yesterday. This is 1025, I believe. Yeah, that's what we were waiting for, was 1025. But there is the bottom of 10. So I like a 1025 break, and we'll put that order in Kodak just in case that does come through for us. A Kodak at 1025 break.
Yeah, Rocket does come through for us here. We, of course, talked about that 21 breakdown. Then, of course, we rolled back into some more shares, mentioning to you that 2115 stop. Caught some on the way back down. I just got out both at 2080 and some more shares out at 2065. So you're going to lock in some profits. Still have half the position here. And we did mention we want to take the the rest that will. Not the entire thing, but I think the next level out in front of 2050. If it breaks this wick down, of course, that was not the opening range bottom, but the higher low that got put in. If it breaks that, we'll hang on for dear life, 420 even, where I would definitely be all flat. But next stop would be that 50-cent win. If we can catch that in the next quarter, I'll be very happy with it. Penn back to even at that 48 level, and NCLH holding 1590. So I've only ever been in the money maybe 10 pennies on Norwegian. Can't seem to go any further than that. Might have to start taking some profit off. It is 11:30, and I guess scalping maybe a third of it out for a smaller win isn't the worst idea in the world.
I see some talk about Nile here. Let's go over to it. Okay, just having an orange. Actually, tastes fruit salad. There was some pieces of clementine in there. Crushed them. Okay, Nile going 1370 here off the bottom. $14, a little bit of a better level. You can see 14 held here for a bit before cracking and going to 14.13. Holds here on the bottom, holds. This is a 5-minute chart, so we go back to yesterday for this data. And then here today, 14 was really nothing, just kind of like butter. So I was waiting for 14 to start back up. We could get back. I don't know. It's only 1360 right now. Let's go back over to a 3-minute chart and see what it looks like there. Yeah, still 1370 to break. I mean, if that breaks, maybe we can have a go time on NIO. But for right now, I would prefer it. Actually, 1360, actually, it's not bad. 1368 here on a break of NIO. We could try that, and then our out would be, I don't know, 50 or so. It doesn't really, I don't, again, guys, I want to put my name on trades for you guys that you can take with me. And so I can't right now on NIO. I know a lot of you traders like to use decent shares on a stock like this. It's only $13, right? I can't take a couple thousand shares right now and hold this thing 20, 30 pennies against me. Wouldn't make much sense. So I don't like any of these break spots. We got to wait for 14 to come. If 14 goes on NIO, your boy will be into that one. What's up, Bren?
20 handle move straight to the downside at the open there, guys, but we're all the way back up as we saw yesterday as well on the future. So this one, another earnings name here, Lightpath Technologies, LPTH, 11.6%. They make fiber optic type things, cables and lenses, things like that. Bounced off 280 down there this morning, a nice move all the way to 340. Looking like it might want to test highs here for LPTH, guys.
Brennan, just want to give a thank you from Brock Pope, one of our members here, for SRNE. I think that's been a good one. I know it was on my radar only this morning because you mentioned it, so I can thank you as well for that one. And Daryl, like, I don't know why you guys keep saying this, but I don't think I didn't give a 420 level. I don't think, at least I don't remember doing so. Watch out, SRNE is approaching that. It just broke that 1820. I was looking at this level here about 1875 for a break up to the upside. It's already given you multiple breaks up. I've only had one short, but there's that 1820 that we were mentioning earlier. I think, Sean, you were on that one.
Yeah, of course, but I didn't have my order in, so I missed it. So,
but it's look, I mean, it gave you a win immediately.
Crash.
Whoa! It just slammed back down. What just happened there?
Just slam. So we're still long
on
here. We're still long, so we'll wait to see on this slam back to the downside on SRNE and just see what it wants to do here. It slams down to 1750. What? Right there, but 1784 to go on SRNE. We'll see if what this one wants to do. Making moves to the downside, but yeah, 65 million shares here. So yeah, big time mover. Sorrento. We're long at 26 now, 1826. We can give this one, I guess, some room, but 1785 maybe is the maximum there. But this thing is moving around like crazy.
Ruslan, I see some people talking, and I can kind of endorse this one, looking at square short. I did have one short off the open. It was a decent win, but I sort of keystroked out of it a little bit early. It would have only been an extra 50 cents, maybe like $1.50 type of trade there. But just going to give you an idea of yesterday's chop in the afternoon, right this 141.50 area, then holding this as a bit of resistance. Now we're consolidating in that same range off the top. And if you want to give it to like 142 or so. Normally for this type of trade, I'm going to take the breakdown. I want to see it sort of take out 140.50. Get a first little dip in, be willing to average in at 141, give it to the top. That's the style of trade I'd be looking for. I want to make sure the selling comes in before I jump. You can certainly have the consolidation here. Risk reward looks good. I'll jump into square a second time if I get a break at 140.50.
We also have another air horn here because we get into more JP Morgan here on the upside, 105.50. We talked about that breaking once again, so we did take that more shares here on JP Morgan. I just keep battling this one, man. JP Morgan, we're going to wait to see. I don't know if it's going to get to 106. 106 anymore. It seems to want to give up that ghost. A lot of issues at 105.70 for JP Morgan. So we did get some more Sorrento shares here. We picked some up down here, 17.90. So we'll wait to see on the upside of this one, but it doesn't look like it wants to go. It did test the high there, got as high as 36 on that 20 break. I gave you that 20 break there, so hopefully you took that. I did not. I had to get in too late at 26. Not a big deal. It's only 6 cents, but still does not let us get out of it yet. So Sorrento to the upside. What up, B?
Another recent high flyer here, guys, with earnings. It looks like Ideanomics, IDEX. You can remember some ties to the EV space way back when we were looking at it up around $4. We're all the way back to 125. So this has been support down here. 125 is right down here. But they reported aftermarket yesterday. A little wider loss than expected for IDEX, guys.
Yeah, definitely a big-time mover, and I want to get to IDX in just a quick second, but I want to get back over to your friend there, Sean. Simon Property may be giving you an opportunity. Certainly, anytime you get a full retracement on a name that you like, that 67 open, well, so you open at 68 technically, but you get 67 was a consolidation error right before that it ramped up to. We just bounced off of 67.50. Quickly, Penn Gaming just broke through the top, so reversed alongside there. But watch out now, Simon making a bit of a bottom play here off of this 67 area and trying to ramp back upside here. So I think 68, nice little entry point if you like it still and haven't played it. But I just got to get over to Penn, which continues to search the upside. Tried to fade it once, got greedy, didn't take any for profit, small profit. Now reversal to the long. It just took the high of the day at 11:30. Sometimes those breakouts are good. We'll see what happens with this one here, guys.
We're hoping the bulls come out right now for JP Morgan. We're hoping for it. Anyways, as we take some profit out here, 105.70, we've been banging the table. I've had a bunch. I mean, I don't even know if I have. Oh, there it is. Individual trades, 29 fills so far on JP Morgan as we just continue to play the roller coaster game that is JP Morgan. Just bouncing. I mean, we missed that big move off the open. I gave it to you guys on the pre-show at 103, and everyone loved it apparently, up to 105. Now it's having some problems with the 106 area. You can see up here already up that 4.95%. If you're just joining us for right now, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're looking for 70,000 subscribers, which is a huge little feather in our cap. We want to definitely thank you guys for joining us up on this journey. And also coming up very soon, 20 minutes or less than, we do have whatever this is, FOMC release. So the Fed minutes, not the minutes, the release of the actual number coming up there, how to trade it, some stuff that Neil and I look at. Very important. If you're new to the game, you may want to check that out. We just had the release last week, which let us think about, why we may want to do that for you. And again, we are taking comments and questions on what we could do next time for that. Do I want to turn
that was a good Freudian slip, though, because the Fed minutes, when they don't change the rate, I mean, the comments are what matter, I think, and that's one thing you have to keep in mind. Like, we haven't really had a rate change, and we're not expecting a rate change anytime soon. So talk about those minutes, understand what they are. I think it's a great topic. I did take the break. I want to show you here in Penn, taking out the top again. So as much as it's been sliding around here, I did try the rollover short. Yes, I could have had a quick little scalp win for 20 cents. That's not the game that I was going to play. We're rolled into the long trade. Got a break through 48.50 first, but I got 39s to the long side, so fading in front of that even area. It was just a top-end break. We'll see how far it wants to go here. Give it back to 48 even. Also watching Square, we got the short in front of the high of the day. Brennan, what do you got?
Another one that reported, guys. Casper, the mattress company, you remember IPO'd last year. Earnings looks like before the market opened this morning, actually. We were higher in the pre-market, have come all the way down to $8. Having trouble with 9 right now. A little bit thinly traded for CSPR, but earnings were actually in line with expectations. Just a negative move in the market, kind of pushing this thing back to the downside. But Casper also with earnings, guys.
All right, we just tweeted out this one. Yeah, Casper, CSPR, a recent IPO. Oh no, this wasn't the one we just tweeted out. We just tweeted out this one right here, SRNE. We did take some out there, 18.20 off of this long. So it's just our average price. There it goes, just flushes down. So that's why I want to give people, we talked about it, taking it out at 14.80 if it flushes, right? So there it is, it does flush down. We get out. A lot of people ask me, and this is like part of the DMs that I get, where are the outs on some of these trades? So we give it to you, there's 14.80, and then like a glove, it fits perfectly, and then we get out right there on that flush down. So SRNE, we'll try it again if it wants to go back upside, but it needs to now take out 18.34. And I told you that there would be some problems here. I may even wait until it gets back up to this level, 18.75. Yeah, let's do 18.75 on our next move for SRNE, guys.
Yeah, also getting a look here. Rolling over just a bit that square entry point. I kind of told you the structure I like. Breaks at 140.50, gets some in. Pull back around 141. We're going to take some shares out at that price as well. And again, you can structure this however you want. You could have taken the entire thing while it was consolidating and end up with the same price or the same sort of idea. I just like that entry point. It triggers me some shares when I know it's made that move down. But I do anticipate it's not the final break, especially at lunchtime. So we do get a bit of a pullback trade. We'll get some out in front of 140. Next level will be that potential, that previous breakout on the south side of that 140 mark. Then overall, just down into VWAP, that'll be like 139 on square. I did go 1 for 1 in this one, but it was a bit of a bungle, guys. We got out on a bad order. I tried to put a stop order in and immediately executed myself out. It was a winning trade because it was in the money, but I always try to tell you guys when that does happen to me. I do want to quickly jump back over to, where are you? NCLH. Just an update here. I did mention that 1590 just couldn't get past this price, and I watched it over and over again, base out at the same level. I did take some profit for the quick little scalp, and the rest I'm getting almost a break-even trade. I just did not want to fight it, so I stopped fighting that stock, got out of it. It didn't want to go. I'll put my money into square to the short side, which looks a heck of a lot better, at least in the short term. Rocket, we got out half for a win on the way down. The other half is going to break back to the upside. So this is now a reversal for me, breaking into the other side of the trade, guys. So we take some profit in front of 2050. We reverse long at 2115. See if we can't run that into 2150 here to the upside. So Rocket reversing long. Penn, yes, it's working in the money as well. It just broke 48.50. Much like the way down, I'm not taking anything until it gets past like 25, 30 cents in the money, guys.
Okay, we could look at DraftKings here as well, DKNG. I mean, the only NASDAQ. The only stock that we have on board right now is a big one. A lot of shares here. We have JP Morgan. It's not a lot. Our average price right now, 54. We just did push this up. We just did take some out here though in the 40s, but right now back up to 54 again, waiting for this to get to 106. If it gets to 106, then giddy up will be nice, but it's not going to get there anytime soon apparently. And wow, yeah, Penn Gaming, what a big mover today. Upside on Penn, 6-7%. Wow, why is DraftKings not doing the same thing? But Penn, nice move to the upside here on lots of gaming back down there. Shout out to Davey Day Trader there in Barstool Sports with Penn Gaming. So a big move to the upside here for that name. And finally goes JP Morgan. Now 10 cents in the money, but obviously we're looking for a lot more. Wayfair, you got what we need, and $320 now. Okay, I'm going to check out on Zoom right now. This is going to be one that is not going to be nice for me because we did short. I mean, it's a fantastic trade, probably the trade of the day on either side. 242 all the way down, 242 plus dollars, and then unfortunately it ticks up here. But look at this, guys, what a call all the way down here. Nice little $10 move. So yeah, Zoom, we'll see about that. I actually want to get some options to go short on this one. Google Meet, very nice, as well as Facebook. Microsoft going to be taken out with Skype as well. So a lot of alternatives to Zoom right now, guys.
Yeah, I just got that quick little out there. 25-cent win on the first leg on Penn Gaming. That 62 out. We're going to take some more out in front of like 75, maybe 49 even, just see how far it wants to go here. I want to get back over to square, of course. This one working back to that downside, but it just literally bounced off of my order here for the first leg out for 50 cents before a quick little reversal, guys. So I'll take a shot, maybe I might get more aggressive with this, maybe cancel the bid, see if I can't go manual and get out of that one aggressively. Penn starting to slide back in. I might look for a reload in that name as well, guys. If it wants to hold like 48, maybe we'll jump back into some more shares. I did want to also talk about, where are you? Down at Win. This was a solid trade for us. I mean, certainly that short side trade when we got it back at 87. It's now had another failure. I tried one quick little short, got stopped out at VWAP. It's coming back into the south side. It looks like very much so a win, trying to hold below that 87 mark, which was our key price. We'll probably take one more shot short in front of it, I think, before the day is done.
Okay, finally goes JP Morgan upside right now. Let's take out a little bit here if we can, 105.70 or so if we can get that one. A nice little 15 plus cent win to go on, not win, on JP Morgan again. This is like the only stock that we have on right now. What's up, Brandon?
Another one moving here, guys. Foonware. We've traded this one on the show before. PHUN just popping up on a volume scanner. Big time buyers stepping up on PHUN, now up 3.25%, guys.
I thought you said big time virus stepping up, but yeah, big time buyers stepping up there on Foon. So good job there, guys. Yeah, Neil can answer that. What is Guy? Just a buyout there in Toronto. So that's a stock that you're going to keep seeing on the board.
They're just like being bought by Silvercorp for a straight cash deal. They've been having like it was a battle, and it was like 60 cents the original price, all the way up to like $1.85 as the actual cash deal. But it's not. It literally moves. Like I take the spread on it almost every single day. Usually biased to the long side with the run that you've seen in silver and gold. The deal's rather firm, but it's not closed yet. I do want to get over to Macy's. I said I was going to bottom pick Macy's. I said I was going to take a shot in front of 7. It never really quite got down there. It got to 7.14. I was trying to bid down around 7.05. So I am going to miss out on that trade, at least in the short term, but it's still sliding to the downside, so the party might not be over. We had several long trades off the open, but we're basically done with this at 9.40 on that breakout trade. Just to go to the 3-minute, just so you can sort of see here. I was looking to see if we could defend this level here from the afternoon. If it does come down to that price, you will see me take a shot in Macy's at some point, whether it's going to be in the afternoon, maybe, only 15 minutes left, so it likely will be in the afternoon when we get Macy's in front of 7, but continues its downward trend. That's why you take profits. That's what we had to stop on the way back in. It's been a multi-day run here in Macy's. At some point, it had to turn around. We just got out of there while the getting was good.
Okay, and Zoom, still looking at JP Morgan. Come on, man, get to 106. Yeah, it's driving me nuts here, this trade. So we're still hoping that can come up side for us. And if it doesn't, then okay, but would be nice if you did. Okay, here's AMD. We shorted a little bit, took some profit. Shorted here, took some profit. And now it just comes down. This one was actually a mistake up here. The first short there's 2 shorts in there that are kind of hidden. This is a 3-minute chart. We are looking for Brendan one more time. What's up, B?
I just saw a Boeing here, guys, back at an interesting level where we broke down from initially. So support here on Boeing 186, supported briefly at 186. We broke to the downside back to 186 here, looking like it might want to fail. Overall, the market trying to roll over as well, but Boeing still 3% to the upside. Lower monthly sales or deliveries reported last month, looking a little weak at this point, as is the overall market, guys.
Absolutely. And welcome to the party, Chi Green there. Another little membership action. We do appreciate everybody that becomes a member. I do have to jump over to Boeing just a quick second because we talk about winners and losers. We talk about reasons why you want to tune in at the beginning of the day. We go over everything on our watch list. We give you the key levels at 9 o'clock each morning. I did mention sometimes what will happen is we'll say a stock, we'll talk about a price, and Boeing, it was 185.20 on a break. It does give you the nice little break here off of the open. Secondary push here at 932. It's a fantastic move all the way into that target at 190 that we were spelling out. So certainly I missed the trade. I did not cross deep enough. We talk about the spread all the time. 15 cents wasn't enough. Had to be like 20, maybe even 30 pennies you wanted to go to the upside to catch it. It just got me out of another retracement long in front of that little low here, 186.50, before bouncing right off the opening range bottom, 183.44. Probably should file that one away. If we get back there a little later on in the afternoon, maybe the same price, or we can catch another bounce on Boeing. Pen back to break even, but it's just sitting here basically flat. So I don't know that I see necessarily an entry here with only 15 minutes left. You don't want to force too many trades here. I do want to go back over to not CCL, AAL. Check that, guys. I wanted to go back to AAL because 14 even was a bit of a level we're going to be watching, and we're trying to roll over in the market. I do see here, but mostly in the NASDAQ, the ES holding up. But 14 could be a price worth defending on American. It's been a short pretty much the entire morning long. I actually still have an order for a break of this VWAP here at 1460. I might go ahead and cancel that. I don't know if that's a break I want to take. I think there's a lot of other plays that we can make to 1460. Burgers I just heard for lunch. So we've literally had grilled chicken like every other day. So I'm happy to get a burger action in there for lunchtime today. But that's only about 10 minutes away, guys. It is that time at session. I did grab a quick short also in NVAX here on the way back in. Again, it's been my number 1 stock of the day, but we're trying finally a short on this stock. I thought maybe, look, I didn't think we'd get to 170. It stalled out. I got out last short at 164.50. It topped out at 165. It just broke back down below that 161 area, so I just grabbed the short. We're going to give it maybe to 162.50. And I don't want to give away all the profits here, but if it can roll back over to VWAP, that's going to give you at least a $4 win, maybe even more than that. This stock dropped $30 off the open, and I want to be fading the space. So taking a shot here. It's a bit of a lunchtime trade, but looks like the momentum has gone out of NVAX, at least for the short term. Brennan, what do you got?
There was a FDA panel advisory committee meeting for Mesoblast. If anyone's watching MESO, it looks like this. Big time move downside, 34%. Just had a volume spike there, though, as we broke through 1150. Looks like it's going to reverse, but MESO, so their lead candidate as far as their trials are concerned, the FDA has raised some concerns about that so far. As they work on this lead candidate drug. So a little bit of negativity, to say the least, for MESO, guys.
Okay, we're going to probably just, I'm probably just going to take out some JP Morgans here. It's not going, and I'm not just going to die on a sword already. We're lifting the cup today. We don't need to worry about JP Morgan to go. Although, I mean, it would be great if it does go, and we are going to on.
What just happened?
Zoom was a good one. Open, but then crashed out. Okay, just take it off because so.
Yeah, it is what it is. We'll just come back here. We're only about 10 minutes left, and I can take that one for you. It's a fantastic move on Zoom that you caught there. And look, we talk about that sort of rotation idea. There were a few names that you could have played in this. I think Fastly was a good one. Square was okay. It could have been certainly better, but Zoom off of 231, making a bit of a bounce back to the upside. I do also want to note, I missed who it was. One of our members did talk about Fastly on the way back, and I said 70 even was the price when I looked at the daily chart that I would have liked on FSLY. Somebody actually took a shot. I think I saw someone take a shot here at 72, 73. Fantastic look there. It is stalling out at VWAP right now, and the trend is not really necessarily broken yet, but maybe if it gets back through 76, that would be the case. For me, that was a missed opportunity on the long. I'm not going to take another shot at it. It's already made a decent enough bounce here, but I would certainly watch out for a break of 74.50. Not a trade I'm going to take. I've already put a pullback trade on Square and NVAX. Square off the highs. NVAX as well coming back in off of that 162-ish area. It's been all long for me on NVAX despite that flush. Let's see if it comes back downside and I can take advantage, guys.
Okay, and looks like the microphone is back. So good job there, guys. Thank you so much for that one. We just got some, oh, no, nothing happened. What am I doing? I thought JP Morgan was moving around there, but it was not. Still at 54 and not doing much. The other stock we could look at here is NIO to see if that one can win for us here. I did talk about wanting to go more going into this stock again, if we do have a chance at 1370 here. That's not bad. We got to get through all this garbage. 1370 still 15 cents away, but if you did want something for the end of the day, I do like that break. If it goes, you're seeing the ES come back in now. So we still hold tight on our JP Morgan long. However, if the market does come back in, it won't be good. Boeing as well. As we go 190, good little top there. Could have faded that one. It's back down to this 184 level. Definitely Boeing worth a look. I like the long through 186. If we can get that again, you know, bounce. So let's go long 186. That could come pretty soon. We'll take it. 186.20 or so, which is this little wick. 186.20. We're going to go long on Boeing.
I can't believe we're almost done here. So, just going to recap what we have on. I did reverse into the breakout long on RKT. It was our first trade of the day when we got that little short. Took some profit out in front of 2050 for half. The other half we get out for a loss, and then reverse into a breakout long here. I haven't dug into more shares. The market's falling off. I'm glad I haven't done that. I'm going to go with the 21 stop and just take this one right out here as I hang on to the shorts. Now, NVAX is in the money. You're going to see me short here, maybe like in the money like 50 cents. That stock, like I said, it made like a $30 move to the downside. I'm not taking anything off till it's over $1 winner first. If you're going to risk that much, you got to make sure you're taking that much as well. Square continues to try to push to the downside as well. Once it breaks this down in front of that 140, we'll take some shares off. We're rounding out into this one with an average price of like 140.67. Let's see what does happen. I'd like to take some out on either end of 140 and try to hold for a VWAP move to the downside. Thank you, Julius Jones. I think I was just talking to you maybe about a little bit of rap history there, but thank you for becoming a member and jumping into the party for us. But Brendan has something for us with only like 7 minutes to go, guys.
One from the real estate trust group, RWT here, reported earnings, guys, this morning in the pre-market. Just made a day high there on a volume spike. That was it. But we're above these levels on the daily chart. So nice look overall. 750 was a level on the daily chart here. So grinding to the upside. Earnings were better than expected, even with everything that was going on for RWT, guys.
Grinding. Yeah, Julia's been there for months and finally pulling the trigger. Hey, we appreciate it when you guys do it. If anyone can shout out that song, let me know. That's kind of an easy one. I shouldn't even give any credit if you know that. I was looking for Tiroy almost all day long today. I'm probably going to end off by saying no entry points yet. 685 to 690 was sort of a level that we talked about in the pre-market. It's actually held up quite nicely. So I guess if I had been bullish on the stock, maybe I would have gone long in front of that price and won. Otherwise, maybe we can catch a break there today or tomorrow in the afternoon, something along those lines. NVAX is going to break to the downside right now. I still have some of that position. I only took off a third when it just took out that 160 area. My price short, of course, 160.80. So I'll take some out in front of VWAP. The last third, I'm hoping for a bigger flush. I actually think there's a good shot we see 150 again if this continues to roll over. So the last third, I mean, it sounds crazy, but yeah, maybe NVAX could give you like a $10 win. I will slide my stop. If we get a VWAP bounce, I'll slide my stop to break even, but for now, it's going to be at that 162. Square is the last one I have to update you guys with. I did take some out for a 50-cent win. That's just 1/3. The next third will be on the other end of 140. The final third will be at about 139 for a $1 winner. And again, it's just a very similar rollover type structure. The ES is starting its rollover, only 10 handles in the last few minutes, but the NQ back down, testing 11,000 once again. So the market looking like it's going to be a little bit weak. The shorts are good. My Rocket, I think, is going to be a loser. The second half of Penn, I'll probably get out for a small hit as well. We did take some profit on the way up, fortunately.
Apple coming down 1.3%. Square as well. Again, a lot of these high flyers are going to get hammered once the market starts coming back down in the rotation takes some full effect. Okay, we did take some Boeing. We called that. I mean, Boeing, wow, that got going real fast. We called that down here, and then all of a sudden now we're in it at 186 and change. So Boeing to the upside, 186.22. It does make a move to 50 there before stopping. So we'll see here how high Boeing wants to go out. Let's take some out in the 40s if we can get that off of a 22 long. I mean, look, we're going to take out, to be honest with you, 25 pennies if we could do that in like 30 seconds. So if that can go up, where did I put that order? 46. We'll see how high this one wants to go. Boeing right now taking off. It looks like, but again, stopping there at 186.50. We need to get through this level, 186.60 before it's real, and then we could maybe test VWAP up here at 187 in change. But right now, Boeing looking like a not bad play. We'll give it to 185.50.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually not. I don't usually have this many movers at this time of day, but I think with the volatility that Square, things like that, Penn certainly as well, and NVAX have had, it's just worth the shot. I think for some of these rollover trades or at least potential breakouts, and you throw Boeing in there, and I'm still look. It's made the little bottom move. It got me out. Probably should have. Instead of trying to pick where it was going to bounce, I probably should have let it actually give a hard bounce off of a key level and then be willing to give up $1 to get into that trade. I think that's certainly the better play there. I'm looking like it's going to work out. But there's only a couple of minutes left here, guys, and it's not quite as busy a board. But we got to go to Brendan because we've got the earnings.
Yeah, a few things to get to before we get out of here today, guys. Lots as far as earnings, as we've seen over the show. Been trying to bring you some of the other names that we haven't talked about with earnings. But also, Valeria has the link for you in the chat. Go check out this video, guys. Lots of great stuff when it comes to talking about the Fed. The release happens every 8 weeks or so. Great trading opportunities around that release. Lots of good stuff in that video. Go and check that out, won't you? Also, hit the like button and subscribe, guys. We're trying to get to 70,000. Had a great day once again today. Hope you enjoyed it. We do it every single day. If you're joining us for the first time, hit subscribe before you head out today. Let's have a look at what is coming up either after market tonight or before the open tomorrow as far as earnings are concerned. Yeah, we're getting towards the end of earnings season here, but a few on there, guys, that might give us a trade, including that T2 Biosystems I see there, TTOO we mentioned today.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good look because that one came on the radar. Brendan giving us that name to watch, Jumia as well. I mean, it's not an overwhelming board. We are getting to the end of earnings season here. I just want to give a quick note because I made one trade in Occidental, but it's worth noting it was a winning trade, and that's fine, breakout. But, Sean mentioned XOM as well. Energy is definitely back in play. We traded it heavily when we started out the show. I think we're going to get back into that party before. But also to get out of here, NEO looking like it's making a bit of a break to the upside. Some of you guys have mentioned that in the chat. Our members, 1375 or so right now, but making nice consolidation off that 1350 area and continuing to bust up. It's down 3.5%. It was a huge flush off the open, but it looks like it's making a valiant effort to come back in here. But we only have like 90 seconds to the end. You slayed a dragon there, Sean?
Yeah, I'm just a slayer.
What do you got?
I'm just a slayer. Up here, upside now, Boeing up to 50 again, 30 penny winner. We take that off, we line it up, but it's also time to celebrate a little fruit salad action here. This is what you guys want. We've already done this a little bit today. If you're first time on the show, you'll notice that we talk a little bit about what's happening today. Put your favorite fruit in the chat. We always like mango, but no COVID, but we do have today, grapes is the day, it's the grape kind of day. I actually lost the code word button. We used to do a funny thing with code word, but today green grapes, guys, is on board for the fruit salad, but it's a good one. I'm gonna ask Valeria, we never ask her what her favorite fruit is, so when we throw to her, we're gonna get what Valeria's favorite fruit is, but I do see you guys there. Mango, guys. Mango gets you high when off the weed. What? Okay, not sure about that one, but
okay.
We don't have any mangoes around here for that reason. We like the taste of mangoes.
Yes.
But if we're ready for Valeria, go Valeria. What's your favorite?
So Sean, today I would go with grape, but every day different fruit, depends on the mood. So guys, thank you very much for joining us today. Another great day. Welcome all the new members, and just know that you're the ones who make us work harder every day. Guys, we're very close to reach 70,000 of subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber yet, smash the subscribe button now and join the best trading community on YouTube. And also we are less than 30 likes to reach 1,000 likes. So please smash the like button and let me dance on our animation. Well guys, as usual, I'm saying with national days today, so happy Sons and Daughters Day.
Oh, there we go. Near and dear to my heart. Line them up and send them down. My kid making me, of course, there we go. Get off that picture. Here we go. My kid making me the trophy that we continue to raise. Thank you so much. Love you guys. My family, number one, the only reason why I trade.
Yeah, I'm going to shout out to my daughter. There's no way she watches this. She's 3 years old, and she is not interested in seeing Daddy on this show. She much prefers Paw Patrol, to my chagrin. I actually think there's something going on with that show. It's like mind control, what they got over the kids there. But a fantastic day, and shout out to anyone that has their family as well. We'll shout out everybody's kids there, certainly. It's been a fun one today, guys. Of course, stick around. We do have that Market Wisdom channel where we're dropping that video on the FOMC releases. But got to go down the line as we get out of here. Valeria doing a fantastic job, as always. There we go, the heart. Sean Continue, my good friend. You get that nice hoodie there as well, but you got the trophy. We didn't really talk about the merch, but I love that hoodie. I got mine coming in as well. Brendan doing a great job as always, and I see a couple of people that did note this morning with a fantastic haircut yesterday that I failed to point out.
Indeed.
As always, guys, I'm Neil Roberts. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Trade TV Live. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.